Thursday, the 11th of February 2021, approximately 10 minutes gone past 1500 hours. We're here once again on another live edition of Bamaso, streaming live on our 24 radio, Abrabopa radio, our 24 radio GH, and on social media, YouTube, you'll find us at 24 TV, Facebook, 24 Radio UK, Twitch, 24 Radio, and on Twitter, at 24 Radio. The reason of our coming here, pretty simple. We have come to understand that we are the same Ghana that we talk about every now and then. In line with that, we make sure whatever we demand of Ghana, we are able to provide what the demands of that also is. So from this very moment until whatever, we will draw the curtain and make way for hour of awakening and empowerment. It becomes very imperative upon all of us to make sure we operate from our primary identity. And the reason why we operate from our primary identity is to make sure it becomes quite easy. Well, maybe I wouldn't have to use easy. It becomes quite wise for us to be able to get the very best of all that we want, in the sense that when we operate from our primary identity, it becomes very easy for us to be able to seek nothing but the very best for Ghana. When we are able to do that as well, we save ourselves from so many wahalas. Yes, so many. And this route, if you haven't traveled upon it before, you may not be able to tell exactly the beauty of you being able to see nothing but you seeing yourself from your primary identity. It's a very beautiful journey that every one of us should be able to embark upon, just to have a feel of how beautiful it is. So when you step on this platform, just at least, if not for the rest of your possible life, but for the time we're going to be on this program, see yourself as a Ghanaian, and then you seek nothing but the very best for our dear nation, Ghana. And chia stronko kesi na de mudo enkoma babiara wo biara wo fidie no ato a 24 radio sampempenswe saa nso na dwumadie wutie bi wo Abrabopa radio a 24 radio GH, say YouTube ana say Facebook. Also, ana ohwe ana utia YouTube dia 24 TV, Facebook a 24 Radio UK, ana Twitch here a 24 Radio, Twitter friend Periscope no, and also here at a 24 Radio. And then ya wada February that also a duba kon yaba ya beto ato adwene bio ahwe kwan e betimi afa ama my Ghana akonanim. Said the dana da me catch the war no. Ya bomodian say you bet spending more time on the bottom up approach. It's say and you numbi, it's okay. Asha say Asha do free the north ana or more south. You can say the north to the south a top down approach. Yes, we will hail them for doing that. Ana yenso ya dwen say ye do free south ede ahia omo ewo north. Nti kakra obi anya ne de yesi ye free form ene ye kosoro ana onso a wo free esoro eba form no continue na ye de be free esoro ho ebra efom saa na nyina yenka mom kakra obi anya de obetumi aye se de be ya o maga na epefa ne ntuma pa efra ene nkomo wo ho nkomo wo ho pa enra ba bi edisi ye no ye be sa to aso e wo ho sa kwantuo no yenkunye ye de ese etri ente ye de yenyae echeswa de biara da enti ye beto akwantuo no so se de etie bia na ne enkomo nso a ewo honom no ye de ni nyina egu honom kama ede ama na dane de nyina ya mebo amane se bia meko na mekohia bibi meko kenkan bibi very very interesting mebo modia na ja me no abehye kakra ewa ha na ene ede na meko hu ye asemu de meko hu ye o se we say edin ni ho de na mum it is something very interesting sometimes say okay can be to save yourself from a little bit of wahala no sa ade ne ye adwuma na beboa wa na ade aye adwuma so okay kan na say emfa na ato atwene na de ko wako anim sa pepepe na we de me kenkan ni mu de wo say when you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, you also refuse to change. When you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, you also refuse to change. I always say fire baba na nka ode akotwi ede amaye na oba de tie bia ode be kotwi ede amaye enti se wo ho na de bia obi a wa otimi hu say the person is refusing to change wa hwehwe mu a who said this person is refusing to change, but every now and then no you get irritated but that person who is refusing to change you are also refusing to change. Asam kese pa ene da ho no obi amfanto no kutodwom e ka ho bi entina de bia me se ye ba ha ye nyina ye be ye ho aduro ye be ye ho aduro enti sa asem we ansa na bia fire beba na ba kakakra e wo ho no fa ne se wo ye teacher ni wo ye teacher ni uchira de especially bia uchire mofra ade ohun say abofra ba ko no bia na one way or the other no wono no abontrimu po de fa ne sa say ono no wo ye ndan anya ade a obe de be obesua ade no tete wo how say in fact my blood pressure wo be kura be ka say o blood temperature I de be akosro hadwene there, no two ways about that but what you can do in your capacity to help the person to do what they have to do, no, just do it. But if not, do not get irritated by someone who is either refusing to change or is unable to change based on the time, energy, space, and circumstances. Na ade ba ko amesua ewo wiase enso ene se empanyufo kan se mi to se wadru ochinchina unya abaye de be unya abe ewo na de ewom enyina ene se de ebemu wa change no enya maaye a odwen se wa won de be wa won oga enka ne papa mu a ne correct pa dia eni kwansenka external stimulus bia ema wo hu what you need to do na esan se yakoyi nipa no se yenya pain bi ama ya brabo mu a ya na yensesan no eden ya na eden kakra yenya bibia ama na me wo yetikwa ya na eden kakra enti se bibi ewo wati kwa ti ase say it is helping you in your change. Na obi a waye na adwen say wonya nsesa ye no wo de nya abotrema no emre no so a wono abaye de be wono abaye de wo so ye de be oye na ya meka on so many occasions say life is surely a university that we all will have to complete. Aye. The first say we no nkyerɛ sɛ wa complete university no da bi oboa ebi ana wa repeating ye maybe nti no obesa aba abeto aso. Nti as to how long one may choose to say obeteki to complete the university of life no, just allow, don't get irritated by the choice of that person. Nti onyansafo no asɛm a wɔka nyina ɛne sɛ if you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, you are also refusing to change. In what form are you refusing to change? Why should you be irritated by someone's refusal to change? In that case, you are also refusing to change. Yenkotie nyumba akomre na yaba enkomo no edoso kakra say Thursday ene ana Supreme Court ka say omo de omo bobo ho ahwe say maame Jean Mensa ebema na kotena witness box ni ma omo de verdict na yedebe aba omo de verdict on that issue na yedebe aba kama minim say de tie bia no fire eba ene uncle body eba wo mbeka sa asem ne hu wi ai wo mbeka sa asem ne hu wi but yentie nyumba akomra yeba yebeto ankomodie no so we Kofi Kinata or say something nice yeba yebeto aso.
I see you guys can hear what's all for too. What's that? Kofi Kinata. Life is too short, I know if you waste time. Where they up at this, why or not they sleep, make you wake up. Who they call me if you know me party, call me later. If your girlfriend no go, call your side chick, it makes a link combo. As someone knows Samanti buffet, and I will coach your cake. Fine girls, be what she say. On your champagne, you'll go boy. Man can't jam crime and payment. Yale party, in the I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. On the bottom of the 230 in a move, I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. Bialet, too fast, I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. Party after party, I'm a damn. We move.
Enjoy your life because problem is not the finish. Leave me make I chop life, I no speaking for English. Brother, I know lazy. I work hard for this life, so I go chop on like party jollof, eh. Me and me mademoiselle, like Obama and Michelle, we go they do very well, we go they chop on me well. Champagne is just for the pain, I'm about to make it train, giving them me skin pain. I wanna do this again. As you can see, everything pep. No be lie, sweet, yeah. Hey, fair, I tell you. Oh, yeah, baby, oh, la mucha. Kofi Kinata, Pato Rankin and Sisi Nene. I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. On the bottom of the 230 in a move, I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. Biala, you too fast, I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. Party after party, I'm a damn. We move. Some Jimmy, you are nobody. Go come enjoy my life for me. Baby, come and shake body. My party money or no money. Come and Jimmy, you are nobody. Go come enjoy my life for me. Baby, come and shake body. My party money or no money. Any day, it's Mama Minjibiana. I'll catch them. What's that? Mama Minjibiana. Osha free Jimo, no so Mama Mono Mana. So that you. Benjamin Kabu, I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. On the bottom of the 230 in a move, I'm a mayala, I'm a damn. Biala, you too fast, I'm a mayala,
Omanfo bra enwa ene bechere enti enwa ntini abaha saa omanfo bra no ye behwe na ya debe yabo na oman Ghana afa ne ntoma pa efra ne tenti ene ne tietie mu a ene no Kofi Kinata one patoranke one more time we say something nice nice we say we would ho no ma na so me hwe untimi nya saa dia make you enjoy your life esan say problems never get finished oda owum pasumpo no problems will still be there. Enjoy your life. What? Enjoy your life. Yankwa homane so e ma fire chief akwaba. Envan komo ne so kama. Ene day e wo a 24 radio, Abrabo pa radio ana a 24 radio. GH and the fire. And the fire.
And the papa.
And the fire chief. Upana Vigates.
Good.
Oh, me too good. And yawada yaba. So, na ye banso dia ne yaba. Adisuana ne yisua. Ye shasi yako. Abrantia ba ko se da be pa na ye de balance issue no ye de be ebeba. Me so onto ne boase. This month na ye manipulative philosophies. Enti ifri ha na ye ko balance no. Na fire na me kan me di kan me se makohu ade bi.
Oh, it's tapare.
We are say hey ya titakura de kura second we ase ho. So nem cho no. Na we say when you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, you also refuse to change. Now, can you treat mommy? Okay, when you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, can you treat them coming for the akanes also?
Irritation. I want it.
Sir, irritation they say simple.
Say Okoso Bibi say I say enu and say
no. Irritate say irritate ye can fantanka what shall ahoroba.
Okay.
Ntino I mean can afi fashion or say when you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change.
Say Okoso ma Bibi ezobia shawahroba na what you be
fire and then now so cry then who breaking then too much into brofno the otia said there me boa
but anything
okay any o kana brofno fabra form
indi no says ukosoma obi a osho abufu ana oha no
David fire tini
okay
when you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, can it tree
Obasa me ntiase na me pese me de bas bia bia na irritate no na o se irritate ye de
ase obi ahye obufu obi ahye wahoroba out ase ana obu ofu
ehye once sa na mankro nipa kon okoso ehye obufu a efe pato aso
ti mami mu awa ha out ase we say when you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, na chere say dan de nyina obi a onye na dwen se wo pese wo sesa ehye obufu a
abi wakani
na fe na so ana pese o kan nzema okay na fe menfa part B nka ho you also refuse to change
esa so esa onzo sa
nti oti asese ko kasem
nti asɛn deɛ ɛbɛyɛ bebree baako a bi a ɛda m'anim a bɛtumi aka ɛne sɛ eduru baabi a na obi wɔtwetwe wana wɔtete wana wodi watem ana wɔyɛ bibi a ɛma obufu a ɛsɛ utumi egyae no sɛ wɔanyae na ɛsɛ da nyinaa no ɔma ɔbɔmpa yɛfɛ ne bipio no akɔ soro unya ahwimfirim ɔde ase nti ɔbɛkɔ so ayɛ saa deɛ no nti ɛsɛ ogyae no na my proper ntiaseɛ any understanding ayɛ te sɛ kraman sɛ ɔkɔ obi fie na kraman wɔ hɔ na ɔyɛ na also yɛ sɛ react in a very funny way on sɛ na irritate no more na afɛ deɛ ɛyi no kɔ soro wɔde ase epo no onyae ɔbɛkɔ so anytime bi ɔbɛhu biara ɔbɛyɛ saa nti na ɛyɛ sɛ wɔyɛ no sɛ ada sɛ wobɛsina w'akyi bɔkɔɔ anaa wobɛkɔ akɔ confront no nti wokɔ confront na ada sɛ ɔbɛyɛ kom ana ɔno wobɛkɔ n'akyi but a moment a yɛsa no na maame bi ɛwɔ garden dan na ɔnso amanfoɔ in those days no and they said ɔmo garden but govern a lot of fruits it is now come me be na you are not even intended to go inside but the first one I'm no master to po ɔmo po pani ɛsɛ ɛtoto mo ba alcohol afɛ de waka ɔmo koraa sɛ ɔtoto mo ba no what they say but some maame no ton traditional kakaduro ni sɛ nnuro no I was telling him, but say your smana who a bull now call and come on my what they say. They themselves will be quiet. Based on what the person have said, say obi irritate you either you back, leave the person, or you confront the person. And you know. Say irritate you. Now we are so the genus there be all the paper.
Okay.
There be all the paper. It's our how. Either you back out or you face the person. Remember, you know, the same thing. Whatever. Obi is also seen the ordinary see when you can be the who. Confront him or her.
I see.
To me, you back out.
Confronting no when say confronting face no also face no we facing the say
and say back up some questions
sir.
Oh yes, I have done that before. Back up some questions.
Okay.
By standard now answer na na on this occasion we yes actually mentia say we yes they go back. No, that is not what I intend to do. If you think that is, I'm sorry. Oh, what about open letter? It depends who the person is. Why you continue to do it? Oh, indeed, it linked me to what I wanted to discuss with even leadership. You know,
okay. Kosona boy and come over meeting no member. Aye.
Oh, more than 10 minutes, Crampo. Indeed, 33. Indeed, any. Say no, uti. Nkɔmɔ a yɛbɔ aba leadership a ɔn sɛ nkurɔfoɔ mmienu biara ne wɔn mpo a wɔn ano kɔ bankuro it means say to me a sloganism you say a problem but we don't even know why it's a problem. Leadership can never be a problem. How? Nana Akufo-Addo our chamber are competent lawyers. They have made names in our country, are there working. They are a firm, a law firm, and that firm, no, you could see big boys in the law fraternity of Ghana. Then, why Ghana president? There's a leadership problem. No, We Kwame Nkrumah go for a cite example. Democratically, in our history, no, President Kufuor and the Dinachi. President Kufuor, before on campaign, no, I'll be a flag bearer of the MPP. We were told, say, any business view of a certificate, it was a failure. Even cement to Kucha Eguye or running transport Eguye. Go for a bri, a day campaign here. The NT and ye can't. Those who have at least go closer to Kwame Nkrumah, may say President Kufuor. It's not about Kufuor. A one thing, and to me, that is the second problem confronting our nation. Effective team. Kufuor had good team. In any football team, two players, when they excel, always the team will be successful. Top four or more, and on the league. For Pep Guardiola, the best coach now in the Premiership, on that top. Faniko Stoke, with the same budget and structures, whether Obenya tent Mbedia. Because you have the players that is using our immensity. So I don't catch a German for and say, team, no, I saw refresh. Almost if there's no budget, doesn't let me call. In the coaches, no. So before more, they study the players, and behind closed door, Omekachi will say, I don't like this team. Unless you give me this player and that, it's not about them, it's about the team. The leadership, any leadership. Any leader, no be a MP. Why assemblyman? Why deputy information minister? Why substantive? Why vice president? You tell me that person, so I'm semi trimpono. You're cracking half far. You won't understand what is leadership? No, it's not about leadership. A team, and I want to cite modern day example. The major problem, I have said it here time and again. If you see a nation, and you say, will be new leadership, there's no leadership, dishonesty. I'll bring that thing again. Dishonesty. This is the man. His name is Alan Johnson. Those of you who are in UK or more kind political, Martin Dinda, Alan Johnson, or Memo about four. One of them is this boy, and one is the postman. A guy who could not enter the university. Now, or serve through Labour Committee, now by a MP. Under Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. And Gordon Brown, the war, Labour for no calling chain. Like any other country, that you have to lead the party with your experience. Or say, no. Look for somebody. Even though I've been good minister in various portfolios, I don't think I'll be capable, have what it takes to do something different than Gordon Brown. Honesty. Yeah. President, leaders, your mobile. I want to move position. What I'm so doing yet. Or some dishonest. Look at a minister for health, vetting committee. Every vetting committee, I got now. No more besides. Now company now. On we are testing, health minister, tell me if this can happen in the UK or the US. What's what name company no once? You have no idea. And you want Ghanaians to believe this? The people are dishonest. Frontier Health Services. The company was registered in July. They got their money from Data Bank. It means Oforiata again is behind it. When you Ghanaians who are in abroad or coming from abroad, $150. This company do not have licenses. All this important thing, they were using it to make profit, not about health. Abra, the page there are more than 250 well-established laboratories in Ghana. Yamfama Ubia, MPP, Nipa. backed by Oforiata and on this contract man. The minister know baby econo trust there be only one a presidential task force. It means in Ghana everything is about the president. There's no team. You telling me this will happen in the UK? Hey, can the pa pyjamas? Can the pa so committee ho? You be saying say, Masa, dear Kwasa, some soldier for nobody ho no. One man order or say a commander. And you could it. Minister for Defense Onimo President Onimo. Are you kidding us? That the military commander what Warrior TV owns a parliament for a year changes. No a man boys no go. It means one day if a coup for us things are not going well like this, a commander in the barracks will tell his boys go and seize power. Are you crazy? Dishonest. Our people are not truthful. I'm not interested in personal issues. Eugenation as an men fan castle. But what ye no say this young boy, government spokesperson, or minister, government spokesperson, a person who speaks for the president, with an amount of property listed by the wife. Now you're Ghanaian. Are we honest people? We were told the previous government was corrupt within 4 years. And according to some people, the wife even may not be on the known, some of the property. Let's say that is the known. You telling me that this guy, within 4 years, should be able to acquire this asset? Dishonesty. If government spokesperson can get this asset within 4 years, tell me about substantive minister. Indeed, no so. And I'm a cow if you need to say. Even if you allow Master Jesus Christ to go and rule that country, Jesus will fail because dishonesty cover in his fear.
All right.
Papa Smiley, look at the property. Mami Alice.
Say, what's it on finance? I said, what did I ask him? Because some say,
now, Mr. Memphania 7, any on the Nukuasem, and what Assem dear. Semikowa, now my old Chunuku, there be a personal. Here, Alan Johnson, I'm a boy, Dino. Or are it 3? Or are it 3? Labor, former labor leader, Papaya on a body whitey. The other war about 3 times. Only
Jeremy Corbyn.
Call last way.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Corbyn. Or are it 4? Mr. Corbyn. Into me, because we have been following some of these things. I don't want to go into people, and even Prime Minister Ortega is here. Say, okay, I say, now I'm for a gun and good being Prime Minister. What?
That's right.
Now, so what? No, Johnny, and on it. Neither to know if you are quite or any girlfriend says you're gay or no, not to the fee. Now, Ghana can over to me, but how's our broken advancement? The nodes say, Ochinoko, what can you give them? And no here, and wow, personal life. And Opa could do a bit to inform. Indeed, Yamepasa say, how people is not about leadership. Now, dear, of course, no money. Once my mom, good example, but it's about the people are not honest. Papa Smiley, inti, membese so busy as a makan. I ain't a crack. And then you talk airtime. Wow, we bet to me about talk airtime. No one may fire a debate, a very extensive academic debate that even leadership and not attributing a man for a man for worker. Say, me company. Before due respect, me company. Now, me the man special ones now. Any leadership, there be any leadership at all. Indeed, what happens here is say, I have seen say Your man for that die. The real problem at Daho near Jai at all. Papa, many aji adia esi and never Ghana. I mean, can want some kakra. A Supreme Court, or my kind of crash Ghana for. What kind of verdict now? Omodia bana. Almost say, na makai question. Until I'm saying, be question. Who be say, Yankopon or omnipotent. And your last week, one of side. Yes, now I'm a bunch of kakra. Said that the God that they want her to believe in, only need that omnipotent power. Supreme Court see or limited when it comes to presidential election. That is the summary. The court to be a court of competent jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is authority. In Timvan say, Oko ware ewo Cote d'Ivoire. Na ono yere backroom ha. Na we so jawa or the court of Britain any only jurisdiction. But who Ghana because of the English law ninti on to me jawa. I hope you get this jurisdiction. A been put and see what way no. I'm a case no. On say I call high court no. I told you na Adriana Supreme Court say court no need jurisdiction. But and the Supreme Court if the Supreme Court inti I see you supreme if you supreme. I hope you have your dictionary before you. Look at the meaning for supreme. If the Supreme Court of Ghana is telling you that it doesn't have a jurisdiction on the presidential petition, and I'm a kind of legally what they are telling us to say, there is no way any Supreme Court in Ghana can turn the verdict or the pronouncement of the EC. What they kind of was it they are limited? They can't do it. Until we shouldn't even waste our time to do that. And that is why Assembly C 2012, 2013, I know more wasting time. No, me see they don't have power. I'm not for them saying I'm a person can this. No. What was going on? They don't have the power to turn it. And I'm going to cite the instance of La Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire, and about 3 countries in the world, they have what they call constitutional court. Constitutional court. Assembly also a C parliament. Who has the majority na NDC for a person in Cote d'Ivoire, they won't take it to the Supreme Court. They will take it to the Constitutional Court. Election petition, Constitutional Court. They have the full mandate to deal with any issue, turning or not turning. The Supreme Court today have been sincere to Ghanaians, and we have to be thankful that no one should go to the Supreme Court when it comes to election, especially regarding to the presidency. They have no power according to their ruling. And to me, I'm happy because Kakrabi now I'm say Pako Supreme Court. No, we need not. Until Parliament back to say creating a new law that will establish a constitutional court. Nobody should go there. We are to abandon Biweni. But the only thing I'm envisaging say sounds now law now before the next 4 years, a bit to me the kaka about election too. Papa smell maybe we know. Could you say once again? My person will be about so once again. It means chikata onimrado. And I want to support those who say he's the Lord. That is why he just prepared the 12 laws or interrogatory 10. When he said this is the possibility. Are you getting it? We are academic observation. He knew that the woman could have dodged or with me running away. And only a name you Papa Smiley. Now me. But how am I done? Now the posting by a Misurono. Once every day, just I mean homework. But now party can't say or per se. Me posting. I have nothing to hire. Papa come and go. Oh, common sense. Well, indeed, this year, no Kufuado and Kukudamwa, Omunim Yansan, when people know, they are very sad. Why? Even though Nana Kufuado won the election, by the practice and the conduct of the EC, any average Ghanaian also will be a mamano, which is a bad thing. Yes.
Okay, every average Ghanaian, or more.
Oh, Papa, say average for no. there are those who do not learn and they can read and analyze. That is the average Ghanaian. Law way, I hope you know it. If I'm back slander, back defamation. So court, and you'll be and or tear seminar court beginner. So I say average person. It is a what's my do at time. I said in Pakrono, or to me analyze it. What's say would me do at them. One who's a do at them. What's say special ones. Court bagu. How many average Ghanaians? Oh, you'll be average person. The average person by law, no, that is what I'm talking about. An average Ghanaian who does not hold to NDC. As NDC no or per se, you're turning into their no. I'm talking about those people who can think independently. No, and we say sana no, when you mama no, you don't need to do that. Papa Smiley, Mr. Who you have access to this factor what's a platform so bombarded between a year now. 2012, 2013, Afarijan going to court. Tell me how many people were Afarijan sometime Porticanechi. Why will this woman today, as if the country is in a civil war, being guided by 6 military officers? Kandapa today said, and today he said it, said, there's no rule that the military should guide civilians. The military are complaining. So who is pushing that? Again, teamwork. Who could be said defense minister? Dishonesty. Who could be said a defense minister say, why is the military bodyguarding or following civilians? Because a presidential task force. One could be said or president officer. Dishonest. And I'm telling you, say, I didn't see a parliamentary system. And once again, I always condemn Kwame Nkrumah on that. So, dear co-presidential, I deal with my man, who himself say a UK parliamentary system now. Parliamentary committee on legal affairs or constitutional affairs or public affairs, on the affairs of the baby, on be invited. And we need any way to run away. Says here, which body in Ghana can invite the woman to come and tell us, say, why do you change me pe Angelo or to only papa? Actually, baby, your name says here. Into Angelo, baby, or Timbia, Michel, and yes, Manisa, if we respect it. Ma a tier for empty sent Papa Smiley. Which country ever conducted election? I changed the result in 4 times. And you are not going to answer to anybody. What could you Pentecost fast right them? A cantro. Missy and Parliamentary Committee be friend, Nanka sound, questions never bano. And Papa Smiley, with all due respect, forget about the money. We'll be testing me and pay, say, what the radio so. And a did here, we young back eugenation. Walter were creative. Now, Mr. Or say, yeah, the radio so. And Yakasasa, look at eugenation 4 years. Walter were creative. Papa, and that is why some of us think, say, we need to force a certain things in place so that this generation where people are fighting, one day our kids will not go and suffer again because here they are suffer already. Maybe be a future. The case will not suffer. And one of the good things we need as a people to fight for is a system that will not lead us into this. And to me, in the short term, a parliamentary system. And get to Abama, one in a MPP for Anakufado, a president. You can call him prime minister. Yet to Abahana a Kradonko party. Once again, okay, Papa Smiley on this platform. Minya Waiki, I catch him say, Minya serious. Or who's my sarcastic. Me say, between Nanakufado and Mahama, I'll vote for Kradonko. How many years am I continuing that? Almost 4 years. Why? Because I realized that it is not about leadership. It's about honesty. And the defense minister a kind of crap. So Japoi, and because you are reprimanded woman. So just for call 20 military force no more call and carry permanent do. We a minister of health. What health issue have engulfed the world than COVID-19? Yeah, age in America, minimum 100 years. More of a chumpo when you're 70, no, he can never tell you that there have ever been health problem in the world than this. A whole minister was with him, not normal situation, and that man is being paid 8 billion for 4 years. Papa Smiley, we are in big problem. The president, let me land. If you are a president of a state, I'd be nominated part in name. Oh, we not a graduate. If you are even a CEO of a company, you are not an accountant. You are not a production manager. You are not a health and safety manager. You are no. How can the president alone be at the finance? How can the president be at health? How can the president be at transport? How can the president be at education? He need a team. And those people there should be effective. But yet, you know, they just mentioned them. Look at Papa, Professor Yaname Penasem. Papa, no, yes, I you know. Akumano.
Professor Frimpong Watson.
Papa Smelly, do you know that some of us who hold him in high esteem or are not even academic in anime guase? Dientia. Because look at Amewu. Me and I'm back now have boldly said Mahama can never be minister if a nation is serious. Akufo-Addo and Kwabro a deputy. We show more performance. Amewu, you could see Amewu is qualified to say professor a Bombardier that US to be a minister. Yet Amewu to energy. When Amewu was in opposition, go and look at the guidelines and criticism, constructive one was given to the NDC. Yet the energy amano, na Amira, PDS issue about Amewu began whole catching Ghana for say, I say my simple one thing one way. Are you teasing me? Where is the team? Who can come and point to me 2 ministers in government today from last 4 years that you think they are performing before 50%? But I, even though do not like what Kufuor was doing, I can tell you honestly that three strong ministers were performing by international standard higher in Kufuor government. Ban road do. Papa, baby, oh, be a set Yakupon and one thing. Mama, baby, Kodam Papa and chain, Papa, that fine place. Call around more bad people. Papa, ban road do. But also, your friend, courage, Kwashiga. Me, Poku for post no man, President Kufuor. Tintina runs war, obey a minute two. One for courage, Kwashiga. There's no near thing was so jam. One man, I made defense minister. Then the third one, Adu Kufuor. Or a medical professional, look at the sanity that he brought into the barracks. These 3 guys were performing. They were performing as normal ministers. Can anyone mention a minister today that can be benchmarked or compared to these 3 ministers that I have mentioned?
Why? NFSC. Why? NFSC.
Indeed, Papa Smiley, let the average Ghanaian, and I like the concept here. The Ghana that you want, Papa, it doesn't lie in us. It's in us. Ghana na leadership na ye peno. Ewo ye mu. Hwe. Nkrofo mu wo nimidie. O ma dwen kese wo ha. Ebinu ba afidie so a. Na omo nso asiginae. Into what do you expect those in government to do? What do you expect? What so obeni hu nimidie kese say na nyame ahira hwe COVID issue eba ye beto aba, and lack of innovation. COVID issue about it. When you say country be, I want to make to abano. Would that yeah, we register no adada. Obi be na no be fu wa go come fidie na ba wo pay your choir registration. When you see, you tell me that the people are honest. They knew that the thing is just around there causing problem, but they will use public relation gimmicks to beat the mind of the suspected Ghanaian. Papa, it's high time. Yeah, can be no. So be taking mantle no. Yeah, be honest to ourselves and those we want to talk to. And send them po yako ka abayan sem. Catch a buying say at this point in time, I did way out here. Me who say any today, me fidie we yaso. Me ti obi a was a cathedral die. Utumi kase nye. Abra Bishop Pamabaka one year positive. Bishop Duncan Williams, Archbishop. One no share mass. Now we see cathedral. Now why you know sebi. But they will defend it with their blood. Yesterday I asked simple question. How many kilometers of railways have been constructed under a government that have a railway minister? Look at the propaganda that was coming here. They need 4 years to plan. Are you teasing me? Abra Kenya, AUSU, only 3 years to construct more than 500 kilometers. To me, fan kind, the minister is only created just to be paid 8 billion for nothing.
All right.
Yeah,
you fire.
This honest.
Homiso, what? Homiso, what? Fire, no, radio also the warm up keke or the warm up keke. Na say Uncle Body or Bantampa will be tea rigi kakra. Say Honosobeka kakra. Say fire or the Supreme Court and send in the bay. Afremu Preco. Intended say, he see a bonko mobia, Cassibia, Ewo. Uncle Body, Bamasu.
I'll drink a say.
Na impom to say.
I'm not here, pa.
Good. You, and yeah, me sure say what if I am come out near Bonina, me boy.
Mate.
Kakra Obekano, come here and quay. Why?
You make a crown for Supreme Court, you know, I hope a cry. More judgment on what to buy. Maybe I may want a crack. And I just said, who's en ras over Kaya came so. You said the baby and on bomb, like I said, Mammy G, Emra Mitnada Canim. Because a bassa or mobile is Pozomo. But M1 was say, we know, or more when it's or more massa judgment to it. Now, as I said, if for a bosom person who calls, I know one what I was says, I cannot. I am one worker, to be frank. Because the Supreme Court, we are a judge, say, Chachude interrogatories by and almost one China or Baby Bisa. The question or a cross examination. Cross examination, so say.
Cross examination,
Cross examination.
Or one can't say. It no, common sense monocran, one class and Kufu is our coina, or one kind of Massamo Mokai. Nasa, it not say the amount for Casse, a seminal mocan or one Cassa or Mumuya Eda Honor, true. Now, almost a dark catcher papa and so, Yen shed onion is who drew on so bridge and Omocasa or Honor. Ah, Techukas or one at the two honor. Send on the bridge not to Hamper. Ain't you know? Yen is here drew on yes, I can assure on it. Because one must say, Nippon drew cross examination, Bobana beside ya. A mammy Simukran and Kamuba when I'm on the Marabi can come manipulate. But one of them said Marabi was a bit too bad in Nippon cry, man and Cassa. And now who can say on Cassa. But mostly on corner a drew baby and no about many mamma now one Cassano they have become me who must have no more kind of crying and understand because of Metias and I'm to me, Neddy. Who say a waste of time or some no more can be paying in why So come open ye pa at the NDC for the say more results or more declare no more said or more check here ekabuma enuru obia bona studies my phantom so I'm doctors
no problem. Show mo come up. Why? Show mo. Na fire on set fire oh. Hey, Bombardier, Mr. Wa, my try some for several times into no. Any Jinavi, na me frewa.
Papa, answer na Bombardier about my man can't say way. Frankido, what's it? Jemensa have said to people in a closet said she would prefer to resign than to go to the boss to be examined by Chikata. Papa, Ghana Web.
Oh,
was it or prefer? Was it who? No, Obisa said who in his normal mind will let a sister go into the box and be examined by Chikata. As for that one, Pono, now to me, make answer, you know. As I now we personal too much. Oh, say, now the fast say, Ninia, Debbie. But the truth of the matter is that this woman went to take me home and answer me for all them average people. Ain't he? The tape is there. He went to Pentecost. So maybe a Pentecost in it. Maybe making sure say, make declare results are problem and mining. Now, a bear fine. Inti, since your book do say adiano, what do you do? I say, who best zone two? Me say, ma, with all due respect, me son, on the metia in fear for 25 years. Obebu wa nikunu sanka mene part enche bia ebe kan bom what I say because nipa wa does no when inform e achibobo was part pe me pa me so pe na ma ware part on say my bam's part enche bia o de si after na me won say obi akoye part nyadoa me come si part obi ayo nyadoa me evidence way part be kwa invie say me kunu go how me do me group fire o ba me bia ba no ga me fa ade we din se say o ba bia na be ma ja na ya no me jiwudi is trying to exonerate herself inti when you have kwatu inti me ka tell say there was no need see you use common sense na take people o mama boneketwa say uye uniema na uya by Reverend Odru, a short, just 2 minutes, and was say, Yansa, common sense, abogana for. As a way, we don't need any witness from the NDC. Straight away, Jimensa, bra, chere court Ghana for. How are we 51%? Or better, NDC for court ajatum. The court umpo so approve beyond that. It's only year 2013, you know. Now they are comma mathematical or statistical experts an accounting firm be say figures yeah got invest in a man's in the miserable more your mind to say more back on bomb so when you're 51% we are allocation on pepe and no more they are and this for your bank you are finding more this based on what you have done more the another AB account no be to annual study. Samameno or Yana Swan, and no, no issue what we call order. Papa, just permit me in court, court to be a Supreme Court. Function for per perform you. We possess a question. 1, they give judgment. 2, they give orders. Make me a order, so be a time assassin or quarter, a brand per coroner court. And on a sober near injunction into your cockota, a Yaman 9 a 1 for judgment, 2 parties. Tisania eugenation again nakono. Into your judgment. 2, we hear the next person which me order. Say, may ne part. Na answer number 1. Papa so was a messy die or kumasi. Part and count. Into my own or mustopono order. The court ready to order. 3, interpretation. Assemble a see our mining. obi nti ne ho ase say constitution say article 4 subsection this it is say now we can say then one person will go to court to go and clear the air, and then you have the interpretation that lie in the bosom of the court to interpret the constitution, even though a brofo and this is a Bible there I didn't go there different, Bible there different, bombarding put there different, but when it comes to the constitution, it is one language and it's being interpreted by the court. The last function, India is the largest democratic country in the world, largest. Omo ade be one friend adversary ni say oh ade we aye lock no we were parliament we were papa Haman figures we were one something no mo obi onya parliamentarian or a Ghana citizen to say what not the court yesremo ade we aye no ye be form a committee or parliament advise us how to do, then the court will give an advice, any law, advice that the court can give based on the understanding of the law, but it's not binding. 4 years, it doesn't mean say it can continue. Somebody can challenge it because it's only adversary, and it's being used in common law. And even as who knows Supreme Court, Supreme Court says if I know adversarial system because NDC form lawyer, MPP form lawyer, EC form lawyer. So the court should not interrogate. They only guide and advise the councillors, which are from lawyers. No, inti oko BBC website obi otie call. Almost say why is the Supreme Court trying to interrogate? They have no right to do interrogation. The interrogation should be done by the councils. They only say so be interrogating. Now or misleading. And olidi in law no your cross examination and you say wo lidi client no ana nipa original boss no nti say obi raise objection now we need the guidance of the court must say sustain allowed to also objected nti they are there only to dig guidelines because we were cancel nti na ati omuka. But oko magistrate court, obi antie ye, higher university. Oko magistrate court. You see where we are akoko. State no, our prosecutor, who most often can be a police person or a lawyer. And our prosecutor, who work with akoko. Now always kanka o work with akoko. In this part, UK no, on my lawyer. Abatini. Nobody go to court in the UK without getting a lawyer. It is not allowed. We a lawyer mpa ebe ma lawyer. But you me say me can esisidia. Me nye lawyer, but we have studied the thing. Oko UK court bia, you can be a professor in law. Una law firm, you need a lawyer. An act. But Ghana no, obi akowia bia akoko. And state no equal prosecutor no only lawyer. First thing obi fan legal aid enya dwuma. Na wo obi tisi wakowi akokompa we na hin Ghana. Ti we na ye problem. Inti an individual facing a lawyer. No, the judge or magistrate no tend to play the role of interrogation because one person a weak into prosecutor no kana sama na judge say you said on this date and that this young man went to blah blah blah. What is the evidence? Once or interrogating because he is doing that on behalf of a weaker person. But when we have two councils, say nipa ko wi akoko no, they say why me once we are Ghana for allegation we are Ghana for or the lawyers, team of lawyers, and the state attorney general almost lawyers into omo judge no onye interrogation. Two councils are there. Into court amako more than 100 times. Oh, come on, judge not on shall wake on kasa. and our lawyers need the agro because I two councils. So be here a objection pay no reason. Inti papa, where is your addition kasi pa as you go for bebre they now have interest to follow this. Inti the judges no you may be omo in sinikwemu and I think 2013 the judges' faces were shown. This time no omo privilege among say it's not about people seeing your face. Once you have allowed the camera, tell or do the exact practice. Papa Smiley.
First you why fire.
Papa Medici. So, 2013. Presiding judge Atukuba was addressing Chikata, Mr. Chikata. Now addressing Addison Council. Okay, Sami can say. Atukuba is trying to be unprofessional once an MP before no bomb say mama. But Taki, no. Because only mo be a dean. Into own person be address it. Almost Phobia council. A moment you said Chikata, you are giving a privilege over Addison. Well, into judges, they can have their biases. And when these biases come, near who gentlemen for I see it to me so that will be a court or confidence say the court is going to do what court should do, professionalism and justice. That's it.
All right, thank you very much. Now me say Oba Patricia ever say I ready so oba mu a omrem na ewia yakọ ejamensa so ejamensa or say oh Uncle Body why ready
Kameka kakra bi we kura de me enura ai na me hwe vertin na opanyini health minister no anen sembi na semre ba mu a na nke yakọ kakra nti wo de mo mre ba mu a
okay all right then health minister ne de no
health minister
okay all right earlier on na about for a argument on the grounds to say company no de testing no man no airport no say company no yet in 2020 or so
na
July right na Kwabna North Carolina who say obusa question no obusa question say should a company be in existence for about 20 years before it can start working so any question na Kwabna ebusa na the interesting thing and say enkanyam from so say and I say and yes a company or say company no in existence for so many years before it starts to work. But the question is, were all boxes ticked?
And
now say and say boxes now I was here ticket before we give the contract out, and if they were all ticked, I'll be best here and yeah, okay. And you will say what were the boxes that were ticked? What were the boxes? Send your call boxes now. You take here now, and I will be able to identify. Enti Patricia, kakra. Oh yeah. Na yako ejamensa. So about Patricia, name pum to say.
Boko, Papa.
Good. Baby, I know.
I am it.
Madam Papa, me also.
Okay. All right. Na sanya upa enya fire nkwa na wa Uncle Body nso ho nti fa sa ochia fire nkwa
a bebo na we romantic sir romance yeah juma now
na say
what is wrong with you
na say ha menye platform say be romance wa ha ene che obi ai
odo de say akodi odo wo
odo de menim say akodi odo
but akodi odo
say de ya enya ba bia na wo betimi aye de wo beso oye bia na ntino
ba ha na oso usu airport na
masa bibia na yusua Huh?
Part time now snack on time now snack on
Yo, Patricia, you okay? What? Afina, oh, Casa dia,
Na so wa mama
Sugar,
no ensi.
sugar in fact.
who
Oh
the
mama no ensi.
what's
Enti mi
I
ye chie fi sureba.
yo, Yati, why? Yati, next time, Memo, no, why? Yo,
You see ade na lo ni ko bi e dero.
yo, Yati, why? Na, answer, Oba Patricia, wako law, so you know. Oh, na no ni ebusa se edi ntini ye court se ye kanokra na se ye camera. Is there a possibility say we can hide behind the veil of the law and cover up the truth ana?
Oh, of course. Osha de ko di na just say in fact me I'm trying pursuing law. It's kind of
Good.
interesting.
Good.
Say,
This is
once you can make your case, once I bet me make your case, and stick to it and get strong, probably strongly. Why not? You might be really. Who's the case? I'm sure I no examine, and there were other lawyers. How many I examine, but only who so bet me the ABC ABT. What I say? Unfortunately, maybe a baby and me play, but no cry. See on back. Or no, see back. He's coming on appeals. So, though we seen a loss, but no still defending or standing by his grounds there or case. Why not? Ultimately, the evidence back. We might have a good case again. Into I know there. It's my who says see and then say wow ask me changing now no question now wait me there even with or without that's all clear evidence to defend yourself. Who knows? It's also challenging. It's a of who's also a case now. Why are sharp there up there? You kind of sharp. Why sharp in sense of upstairs? And I just so a bit media file.
Okay, all right. In the name of the law, maybe what?
Yeah, in the name of the law, because I'm gonna play by the rules.
Okay, all right. I see. You, thank you very much. Now, apart from that, Ghana to say.
I'm saying it was really a short proceeding. People were, I don't know, I think NDC were really expecting Jane Mensah to be in the box. See, I know, I'm saying, Omora Kakra. But a honor means to me who fire Omora Behu, because if this was your case, from day one, you should have just made it clear. I saw one watching children who are case, but watching children who must say, I say, you now you are caught up in your own way. She say, how close the case? How do you close case when you know say there are other? Into when me addressing a normal catcher, so she say, and we're close to the case. What do you do? I feel like Chika Tasan back Rebecca say, then he has to reopen the case. Why open case now? You don't have any case. And see, I hope I them somewhere the followers no I say, I who be a baby. Whilst the other hand, so and not they're happy, but case now the iron my real so I MPP for yen real yen pay be near fana de nya ye to amode say come on it's also up to them. But one lesson I'm also learning here is check out whether he's coming back or not. Mimi who say sisi an wo back no. I am thinking say food for thought say yeah, continue now why is a lengthy chatty. It was kind of boring because the end results things are clear to both sides. So he should actually make his case firm. Be backing with some evidence because who said, law Ghana law Britain law. Law one. It's like prove with evidence. I had the opportunity to listen to her. It was a misplaced of phone, I'm video number vial. But keeping it because a chinebi now when your case and it's not happening now because as I now only case be with the woman. I think the woman has mental or emotional issues. The woman about on and off visa. But based on her job, no only other choice than to have some of these recordings. Say chinebi because the woman is very good to her. 5 years on that now. Only need boni bia. But nenyoman bar, not those things come. Into keep it shooting case. Anything court and so went ukra evidence be kakra. At least it will help you. Intermediate, I'm praying say all on back with evidence, and I'm also praying so that judges now so no. My this Charlie Landy talks again. Before be open, be seeking the evidence, and that should be the way forward.
Okay. All right then. Thank you very much. Oba Patricia. Ni nkutie yeofa eja mensa emra. Ewi ayako owa ne champon eso. Eja mensa bama so.
Again kase.
Beautiful. Say bokoze.
Oye.
Good. Ene boy nkomo e. Why?
Micho bia.
Obi ajodo.
Na ai fire chief platonic friend. Because sex is expression of marriage. If you don't marry, you can't have sex.
Hwana kachire wo. Hwana kachire.
Fornication. It's fornication.
Me say hwana kachire wo. Hwana kachire.
Me say fornication. Hwana kachire is the Bible.
Why?
If you are not married, you can't have sex.
Eja ko bi asem ni bi ni. Almost say a guy will be an Bible say. Yo, yeah.
If you are Christian, if you are not a Christian, that's okay.
Yo, yeah.
If you are Christian, not to have sex without marriage. They call it fornication.
Yo, yeah.
It's an offense.
Yo, yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about the Supreme Court case. Supreme Court say for the petitioners from the what's well close to one case. We saw on evidence. We saw copies of the 38,562 friend the print sheet in what we name. 275 constituency. One forms we be what we name. I say okay, you got all these figures. Oh, I in the as against MPP. Also on the Wigan fee with him. No, what born a year of friends saying, no prosecution a year. What can watch when you was close to one case? Not defense team, should say. In some of my can vexatious. The frivolous. Bogus and fraudulent. Until we are not opening any defense. Judges, one judge on the case, This is the assembly in any. Also, there is no need to open any defense because assembly of vexatious, fraudulent and bogus. Now, if Bauman what's we draw, one put of defense. That's one for the number and interview. Interview for what? But since you pronounce the declaration, or can simply be what nobody can tell of the future until the same thing happens again and again. Now, your friend then, my proposal, God is proposal, what is it? Until I didn't have mantem. I figure some work and say, based on that, so I need declaration now. Akufu no win. Now Akabe, I think one or two the constituencies. No cross Oba. Registered voters will be without any name rejected ones, As it can second place in equal say Akufu no win. And if you want to challenge such an issue, now as the figures come, no mamma change figures, as you get the correct figures, no changing. I say, my first and I say, a win. Okay, a win. Fuck a quarter, as if you be 50%, be 50%. What is the evidence? I hear a kufa do you, as on the figures, No, when my some of some of can you figures. Vexatious, fraudulent, and bogus, until they are not putting up any defense. As some 9, the mameno will go now. Where the woman says is running to. What would they not continue until judges won't pronounce the judgment on what NDC for no daba so far and some more can. So some more can answer woman and answer him. They should pronounce judgment. That's all.
Okay.
The case is closed.
That's it. Why? Yo, Benza, the case is closed. Me what?
The case is closed. They say they are not putting any defense. One including no burning yet. Bogus and fraudulent.
That's it. And
Vexatious.
Saka become more adjectives.
But I can't hear the. Because I said also because I said on the upper court they are wasting people's time.
I see.
And now about railways is this one. Railways now, yes, no. We are doing service railways. Railways are all bank for moving for and goods. We are not doing high speed train. We are, a friend saying, service ones now. About move goods and services, Actually, we are a high speed train. This is a hard year of the need a example. They are now doing the high speed train, which is about 100 billion pounds sterling. Now, a high speed train free at the secondary to Kumasi, no bus stop for Takwa, now Boasia. What is sense in it? We haven't reached that stage. Now, so far, no, we're too late to Takwa. So far, no, also in Sawam and Accra is in service. Wapa Honkra Kufodu to Jumapon and Honyama on the mission. No, all year from Kumasi to Tamale. No, all year be so from Tema to Kosomo. Now, what is your problem?
Yo, Ajavenza.
Because what is his problem? One quite high speed train from Ifa.
Okay.
From Takwa to Kumasi. Now, yesterday you were talking about Golden Triangle. Golden Triangle, no, don't tell it. Golden Triangle, no, it's not about railways. It's about roads. Tama, motorway, no. Initially, inside the best tent, motorway, no, to Kumasi. Kumasi to Takra, only the Golden Triangle, no. And then you join in with the dual carriages from the Kappa Sunyani, Tamale.
Right.
In water region.
That's
what you call
that is what is Golden
Triangle with railways.
You
about 249 miles.
Yeah, so what Mesa can't review or say if Misa can come out, say fire one chichi movie or say if you when you continue to be irritated by someone who refuses to change, you also refuse to change. In the fire, Mr. Yedin, Tedin, Ati, Tedin, our hoboko. Nienti, or one a champion. Why? Or one a champion. Kadachi, you to whom yanko. Why? You to whom? Hey, Kadachi or and Bamaso, Kadachi.
Ajin kesi papa. Obi kesi dey ho te sei.
Nyame adom. Me ho ye pa. Why? Me ho ye pa. Na mpacho onzo e.
Oduma kuma obo ade ni ade odi ache ye o ma Ghana ewia ebo ejina so sei sa. Oduma kuma ene na dwempa odi magana fo. Na agudie bebebo de ache yi enti no me ho ye papa.
Good.
Na aka nyansa.
Aka nyansa oh.
Aka nyansa.
Na why no ukobo nyansa so yi. So opani bi say on say ya ne omo ka asem for lack of knowledge my people perish no. Oh. Na also it's about time
I don't know.
Also it's about time I also yes philosophy say a review. Na the internet was a review. There are some people who have acquired knowledge and you be acquire Edru a PhD. Send your Ghana leadership. We have people who have knowledge in law, people who have done masters, some PhD among the rest. But people may still have the knowledge, but they will still perish. Instead of for lack of knowledge, for lack of wisdom, my people perish. What do you say?
I think say opinion seminar edi sɛ yɛba ne yɛba ba mu na enyansafo a wɔ platform yi so yi me de no kunya me sɛ nka magye atom sesei na nyansa de
eni ba ko enokre
ka de opanyini ka yi as a platform yɛ da so yi na ofatun wɔ ha yɛ opanyini be bɛkasa na sesei ansa me kasa me nim am refinidin
aja mensa
ɛne sɛ wɔ Mr. Yosen
capito
on the say attending catch me boy.
Say before I think just about a month or so yet capital yeah, he came.
You want to know ha any Elijah wa ha Abi wa ha Prince wa ha just say obosum fo sika just say you know we be to one man be gidi say you be go further na ya hwe be bi o se di gina na sa lack of knowledge no my people perish no say for say enya sembia say edimu biemu a na ya to atwe kwane na nka bi
but I would say nka on the surface of the pink sheet in the nka would obeso munyasa
median kama sumo ano
grants be na ugina so a would sum
any ebia say do na ke kasa se bu na me ba dwene hu yi na my baby just ye na metimi aka but on the surface no say they can na anka me fan say lack of wisdom no wisdom because I think say wisdom is not the same as knowledge no it you know I may prefer the word wisdom wisdom be shame neither finish it sentence
no they finish inti yenyi knowledge in front yenfa wisdom mo munya de be
yenyi knowledge ni free hono yenyi knowledge because papa say knowledge pa dia and say the okay and anu see the sua bebebe a yesua o mind to say Africa o mind to say Ghana and say be ni bibi on me share no but applying wisdom no applying knowledge no sorry just say what say we are not able to really apply it properly you know you be use our knowledge in everywhere now you use wisdom no I think maybe applying the wisdom to a bit na e bia tutu no mayi yeah
okay
I think
all
so
right then
and
you
yeah papa me das bre say obusa am se dem husi fati no konya minim say na me enya na adina na woda na on say e be o ka say owo adwuma mu no wotie akontufo radio na ma we hye no e di no ma no menti no be bia o mampanyini e me so mampanyini oba pa wo bia no me so wo adwuma so ta no dinti no ene me de amount life ona me hye
papa awa na sama na nra
esi ebinada no
no why
ebinada no enam say debi enam say ebinada no enam say the way na platform so aye de no na chese ni say me ye bia nti no wo de say the mama kan yi wo say ma boni din because wo adwum kura no wo try say wo tie onya chance bia wo try say obetie na chese wo hwe amount for submission ni gya control radio ho pa ne ono ani krom ni abe ho nti no wo say no so alternative nti because say abe on say wo hwe kone ewa buchi afrafra Ghana fo nyina e wo no na me hu say ayi abe na wetima yi no ho hwe account for yenyina Ghana ni but so tribe akubi dominate mean sometimes na aham kakra because you won kan for hono mo say 44 hono mo a menim say practitioner we fantini dia but menim say 44 won but mo nyina no as wo ma quality in as wo you muti my discuss no e dwena o man no a Ghana first no as e hu o mo susu no o mo contribution on na me chen say de be ma platform na ye but abi awura mama abi gina ma ama ebi mo a che say nyina Ghana for the ntina abi e da se bebre ntina da bi we submission bi a me hwe ya me ka say de me gina brand no so bibi de wa kan nya say sem a ye hear from other tribes no bi betum ye nyina nka mo no me yes say me try say maybe be my platform because na anya platform na kenyo abi emambe ma submission bi a dachi no saa ye mpani fo we say so no e ba fa sem na bi o kan ye no da ye bibi amana bo man Ghana inhira enka akontufo radio papa
Yo, ɔwahene yɛbɛdɔ ase na sɛdeɛ wafi ɛyɛ ni na ɛsɛ ne birthday ho hia no paa meboa.
Hey, Papa. Bebe wiase me mo de sɛ me yɛ wo be wiase me de birthday ne ani bia ma me da o. Me de akyi sɛ unum sɛ yɛ maama no yɛ papa no de saa de no mo hwɛ wo. Wona me hwɛ. Ɛna edu okura na yɛ nka nkyɛ okura na bibi sɛ tie de me and this is a worry. Ukosia, be worry about what idea I won't pay for any success when the church was sorry. And you know, I found it. I see. Etimaka, as what? Yeah. You, and yes, there were and no befia. Na wobusana my dintina ne birthday ehu hia no sa na record WhatsApp na fabre na echina ya bo. Why? The say anya wo onu monya no na record bre onka hwe so aka che me wi enti ma me nka wo ha ya pro wono no chese wono no ya wo ne ba wi ase we say no from day one no wono ni ti say wono ni ti no from one ya ye ne ba bi amane sa baby bi entwemu ma ye nka se ni ma me ona me che no enti ya dia e part of it. I see. Unlike me, one of me channel. But a year fence a crossing you catch it. Sadly, and men who be on she say, no, I mean, say, now, she say, when yes, I didn't be. And then, you know, the Ukrainian man cannot. And I can say, hey. You know, the only you now don't kind is who they do the soccer kind. And I'm saying, and then I said, the entire mat, the birthday who here no because of say over the years, no, they be a birthday, no, ye be man, yes, sir. Ye be man, don't say, I bear part of it. I bear part of it. Okay. I take tea over be with tea inside and go. And yeah, I didn't say with the end. So wow, we share contribution there. Na space news say swap. Space na we swap. Say me request say mo mo no ma kwa na space news swap. Amount for submissions also mo ya. Ent me baso. Ent na hu ya. Ent no the here ni say the was on saka. Most important thing. That's right. You any your man belated happy birthday. Bye. Fire.
1 minute on this wisdom and knowledge, you know, or ongoing. Papa, Bible was right to say lack of knowledge because knowledge any of the building, wisdom is a quality of knowledge. The same thing, but wisdom is a quality. One say, BBNC, yeah, no, you to make one sem. Yeah, emanisino and knowledge, you know, into nations that develop. They don't develop based on wisdom. They develop based on knowledge. Into knowledge near the yard, according to all the knowledge in a year. We are. Nothing who can't say be. Now, say there be papa, as now can you proper. I'm using wisdom to check the knowledge that you are doing. Into wisdom, no, or no, a quality, or check it. Into if you haven't built anything, you can't check. Well, into I said, one or bar. Unya akoda. Oh, into akoda ba and if you back, oh, a good boy or you say in the first any country that want to develop need knowledge. And on that note, you know, once a year, no, Makacho say we are open-minded and it's difficult to do that. The first say now the Bible is in dispute, you know. As some women no cry, they say to me, this company is so. We need knowledge as a people to develop. By developing it, you know. Said I didn't see court no knowledge no mean yes obia you don't be always on the dream but for you to develop to do anything no you need knowledge.
I see. Now Mama Musa wo what is your understanding of perish na or no
perish no on say well unya wisdom na and there will mu dada but you need to expand it. Expanding no is to acquire practical knowledge and other skill from education, you know. So why yes, you perish. Well, who wisdom that, and that is why you see we the Africans perishing. And yes, you name answer, but we are not using knowledge. In the say who need knowledge, you always go and buy things that is for you. Because good near one. Once you mean 10 and using knowledge and 10 into rings and stuff and those things, bed and what have you, into your oil, and we can't turn it. Therefore, we are perishing. Because how will you get the resources to develop your nation? Through money. But trust no, but we are not able to turn it. That's why we're perishing. Into knowledge help us to sustain. Papa Smiley, Obu always school. But only knowledge will be no go to Adiamu will be Adibu or Anka. Also, sometimes, Yemfa phone now, you mean you could the same phone. Me ba the same phone you mean you could. And now Papa Smiley say, fire, or phone, mommy. What you say, mini wisdom. That wisdom. Well, me, I make a mini wisdom. But you have the knowledge, say, what the application be at us, and it was beneficial to me. Indeed, that time now, me to use that, and I was perishing. That is how you may have the wisdom, but you need knowledge to develop. A moment I just up and moment. When I'm doing things, I'm flourishing. But no, can answer them three. But you need knowledge to develop things. Since you are video how one, Ubeba, Papa Small, if I wish her, I would wish her, Ubu fire, and him, Ubu Babiote, and knowledge, and your wisdom. On that spot, I'm telling you 100%, no fear. The Bible was right.
Okay. You into the Ube for lack of knowledge, my people perish. And I'll say perish, whole definition of perish, yeah.
Perish, and yes, well, we know. Also, my quotation be say, the message of the cross, is okay. It's foolishness to those who are perishing. And yes, well, but idea, I guess I'll do cool him. Now, you are perishing. Into Ankasa dead, perishing. As idea, no, and I say, where we first degree. He said, "What to me call masters." No one quite is perishing. Inti nipebiano, we have chance to improve. If you are not improving, now you are perishing.
Okay.
All right. The Greek word for perishing. Improvement. If you are not improving now, it means you are going back and going back. On say, Intina, my catcher will say, "Yang Ghana for no." Your development, I am faster, perishing. With all the effort, more to be free, they should have moved forward, but they are the same place, perishing.
All right.
No progress.
You, what the full frobia, but my minty or what in champon. Said you watch it, you know, or call back to not for lack of knowledge now, say, oh, no, wisdom, dear. Oh, in a champon.
Oh, Papa, the telling you. I think say, on say ubila ne tumsi na I not full prepare say omunya some taste of the feel of whatever is happening. So what I mention and I think say we flow now flow be manipa ni influence you no nko na obi sombra no bi mbra na yen chechire because we have a specific question and I make sure say e idea that we tune it na e be as a time we buy na e be chechire say the way say me I picked on that wisdom.
That's right.
And me make sure it me wie no me wie je me can said yeah platform obo to be now so maybe say 3 be from me now so it then I decide say me nkasa na me twam ko what me be share no said yeah obi a betime nya bibia kan me say bebre obo on so ogina so sa and some almost say we turn there ko the only of work me say bebre what me share no on so to be a obusa 3 questions then I decide to answer just one because I feel say nyansa nyina nyimi nko meeting
no correct
answer ni nko meeting to be celebrate say now no like aba be pick back aba be che bibi say ono de ono we start and we go the bible dey no be ko omo makro so ho no so wisdom say wisdom no open intino yati
okay all right
koso o wa the ten say your platform we say so yes Ghana first I think say ye nyina na ye prepare ho anase bi Yakopon boda de chinde bia Yakopon mo ho de be bia wa yitum ye ba na bi tie Ghana yɛbɛtie mama Ghana ne chia mu ɛne ne nyina wɔn ne nkankorɔ no nyinaa sɛ yɛbɛtuma anya biribi a da bi yɛtaa ka sɛ yɛ ɔman no ntotoeɛ no ɛntumi ma ɔman no nka nko n'anim enti no sɛ yɛdi adwuma ma wɔn mu bi a awɔ sɛ ɔmo gyina ntotoeɛ papa bi na ɛtumi de ɔman no kɔ anim na yɛhu sɛ ɔman no biribi papa baba no sɛ bi ba mu no edu baabi a ne ɛsɛ baa because deɛ ɛba na kɛyɛ papa no saa de ne ɛnyɛ papa hwɛ papa Supreme Court ade ɔmo yɛyɛ no mintimi hu sɛ Ghana bɛsi eku ma sɛ bɛsi eku akyi mintimi hu sɛ akontufo radio Ghana first no ani yɛ ka no edu baabi na kɔkɔ gyina line bi so ɛpɛsi defend sɛ party bi deɛ ɔmo yɛ no sɛ na sɛ ase deɛ na sɛ party ne to so ne nti o sɛ di I don't know ban kamini kama dwene mu paa dia anka wo bia wɔyɛ obi a yɛfa no sɛ wɔnyɛ adwuma ma ɔman no yɛde yɛngyan saa mo mmara bebrebe a ɔmo keke nyinara na yɛsɛ yɛbɛdu baabi a parties no wɔ ade no baako sɛ ade a woyɛeɛ no menti asɛm mu no wankasa wo numbers a wode bɛdeclare numbers sɛ wɔyɛ wini adeɛ no numbers no ɛnsisi so ɛkyerɛ m'adwene ɛntimi deɛ meni original documents no wo na wo original documents no fa bɛto hɔ no mu na kyerɛkyerɛ mu ade konti a number na wo boy na ɔsɛ wɔnya 50.2 adeɛ no bɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu ma yɛn de se yɛma ne nkɔ na deɛ ɔkaeɛ no ɛno a ɛna saa na ɛteɛ ɛmmerɛ yɛmma ne mfa ne documents na fa bɛto hɔ no mu ama wankyerɛkyerɛ mu na sɛ yɛntoto no ano ankyerɛkyerɛ mu yɛ ankyerɛkyerɛ ɔman no nyinaa sɛ wɔno ankasa ne office to clear the office ni say adwuma yɛ no ɛyɛ korɔgye yɛwie yɛ no ebi bo sɛ ɔba na ma bɛgyina daka ne mu na yɛnto twena no ɛyɛ enti saa na wɔsɛ yɛ no yɛnto asɛm no ntontwene papa ana yɛm sɛ ɔman yɛnwe ɔman no ho I'm telling you yɛnwe ɔman no ho ayɛm sɛ adeɛ pɛ sɛ yɛkasa kɛkɛ sɛ me na memɛdwuma me yɛ Ghana halm sɛ sie sɛ wofo sɛ sɛ BBC na abani bibi afi me nkyɛn a on request for original documents no wogidi sɛ hwan na wɔyɛ adwuma wɔ Ghana halm as bibi to na yɛyɛ yi a na de wode photocopy ayi de kɔkyerɛ government na ɔbɛka sɛ makɔ for original documents ne fama enti de me de me hu sɛ yɛ pɔ ma ne yie ɛyɛ ase titi ho ne yɛgyegye ni na ase yɛyɛ fɛ sɛ ɛnkɔ so saa because papa ekowe etimi ensem wei na edi koni nya sɛ obi o man office ye man office na won sɛ wɔyɛ no bi wio man no saa nkɔfo no ɔmo kɔ ɛdeɛ public committee o sɛ whatever na ɔmo kɔ tato ɔmo kɔ to papa so saa ne yɛgyegye ɔmo ne nam kunu mu enso ne bia yɛ ba ne yɛ fight sɛ ɔman yɛ pso ɔman yɛ yie this is clear evidence so obi a yɛyi ne si wɔ no mo a yɛ sika etwa na bo so me binim dɔso bibi bia wo ye bia na bia o tie nyina petroligu ni kam nyina even the ocean so military and say ye dey man is agadi sa obey sa we nyina no ye se adwuma wo ye no court see mbontungu echina any other institution BBC a be na sa ko no nipa ne betro na no ase no de to no ade achi no ka se me de ni bibia ka de ma twerɛ no to no ano a na nipa ko no ka na ye ku enim na se ye be yachi eya asem se be eya asem emu odu na ehu me nyina party bi achi enka se eye mimi de mi an anka se mi afi mi pemum se de asie no enye ema oman enka ku nanim da sana ye election ye amu parties na register na ma mi be gina hono na wo satellite nkofo bi a wonti me show ma de corporate ya wo so satellite no mo wo de bi tutu o mo so se ye se nkofo bi de ko sensan o double sign ni san no ma no ama mi entimi am fa clear evidence ama won mo won no so satellite no mo keke ankofo entimi ade uncontested elections bi sana ye ma oman eko nanim ababa tu sesiye tu sesiye ye ni ebi mani age ebi muso nti ase ebi muso efum so muso esisi wo no mo se de ye nyina nka adwunu beda ho no wo kro nka nya asem anka Supreme Court na no aho odin nka so ya mo adwuma Omo anko tell say Debbie would you say ya obama man ni so opanyin na ote so your president a we electing no say opanyin be nya asundwede ye adwuma ama ni bibia pepe ni tin amanfo anase international bodies no ebe hu se papa we say na kunwa no ehu ye fine na ombetini Ghana ye adwuma pepe se de ye ni tin no be chechi mu mo owiase ni be bia hwade no be chechi won ka se beta chechi se enye no wade we enye a eno ani so correct no I didn't say the beyond your catabon so the beer papa do not go see a catabon so come out. Ye catabon superma a bit me bonino and did to say and the end of cray. Ye catabon so much I'm a bonny by the claw Ghana. Am I young night 20 the initial high, ye initial high, and now say Nakuma a penny penny in Tino. Yintimi Hunyans house I was here ye ma and ye mamma. That and here for Omuda Tintino. I will see a Tino May. Last week I come from US or back from USA. And now say and we be called Bonnie Nintino. What the Bonnie or the a senator share of a tomb. Nana tomb say. Well, and now so no more one or Mantiman shall Tintino Manintino. And now a dear baby to say Semrea gun egusu el sofa. Yes, we are to one more. Yes, you need his it is so a science, a Heinz, Masadia or Biba Catcher of a tomb. Yes, you did a high summer. That Obisu, Ebeka say, yes, you didn't hear Highness a young Conway.
Now, oh, I say, Obinsubaka say, I am ran on the year, Jumo. And also what you say.
May say, what would the money here, Juma, but be no good. A yes, says I'm normally here to one or Banwa to one of my uncle, baby, and every interrogation be by among numbers, so they wanted to interrogate the lady. And Obana no one say. A took cross examination now, and some now on interrogating in Yano. A do one more, Papa. On being answers in our a ticket to the Numa Samo High, a ticket as if you ticket a new. A Flobana Num. And I didn't do one more. A do one when I was say a 7 ticket to general over 1 hour explaining. Now, only. I when him shot dinner with them Tassie. If you so be also made them come in Tassie, and I won't Tassie Suda. Say, Panano, judges no. Now, as I said, no, almost person wedding at Samasi. I was shocked. As the judges no, to the school and your corner. I don't know. I still never told me, Crown, I'm in the lawyer. I still never corner. No, but some TSA to me pay more attention. Say. Asem no fa no mienu ni nyina no we say wono no de oni you know pin sheet no na ni nyina wo ma me no hono mo na even feda no kwa won say papa manu no say nuno say de no wo mu no cross examine no documents ka kebi o ye duplicate even say I don't know say duplicates or say there I was so some with constituency be it came with 2 duplicates. No what they cross on or they cast them. Say, one to me who they are, they would dear him. And the mamma, and they can't what they declare. And when now your evidence, I want them say, if you are something was in the mamma, not box room. Emma judges, no, Papa, Yakata Boniso. I'm telling you, Yakata Boniso. Yakata Boniso, na Bonano say a coco that achieving about it about a Kaya, the Babakaya, Africa, Japanesa, Sunny Peno. So Obibedi Yentino near Katasu. Would you be a Bisbedi near Katakanomasu? Papa, and no correct. Once you want your office be your office now. Documents one in our qua. You need intelligence, Papa be a bit of cousin. No, we still have to find how what. Let us say, yeah, a capital mansion in our number for Dico, number for Shem. We need to be Pira. Shabutis when you first have bread. As if a year, Juma, and even $10 an hour. You bet me for Kunya point of 1 year. It me, and none was because of party. And yeah, don't want more young funeral. We argue for them. And these people are living like Jesus Christ. They're living lavishly. Meanwhile, you argue for them, wouldn't focus, wouldn't train.
All right, Champo. Yeah, but what's it? Oh, I never saw it. Say, Emra to me katabone so.
Yes, Papa, I'm telling you, you put the me whom a cra, yempe, and sayed that me whom a cra, you timo thing, a woody for. I'm telling you, Papa, you woody for. Pet yes in no. Me who say you woody for, Papa. And you know, sometimes near Pese, Cassia, Dogana. One woman with you come almost Kunimayan. Omundom, I know. Papa, wouldn't a simple case. We assume a simple case. Mina, ye dear Jumama or Ghana Hanum. And yes, me so. And Jumama, I said, you want to be a Hobony. Papa, and come in just ordinary person. Who say, and can bet me the Meko. Let me call police in the Meko court. Now, who answer or what near Kamashin because me know Bia. But and now someone nippon a year Jumama or my penny, and also 1 year Jumama a favor or Bia. 1 year, Jesus Christ.
You,
Papa says, I'm not saying it here. Motion one said, yeah, and to Tracy Fatia. And it's a way up Munina, Kunuma, Ma, when you be at Sandy Fatia, Papa. You never baby who you know, Sandy couldn't kiss Fatia. Papa, even bus inspector, bus inspector will know about the ticket. Ocean Juma or Bambi is over inspector with ticket no who's or tickets no. With tickets no a expired ticket. The war would sound for war. Making sure in the Juma Dashan and Son were yet 20 people because I saw a kuno a bomb. And I saw a kuni bar once a bear affecting or no one Casano down and then the mark that. It's no best said tickets no one channel, who buy a deal with chat. Said you be a tune on the car, but I am in the you would differ criminals.
But who says they say no, you are stressing on accountability, right? Now, one may ask, say, any Supreme Court now, right? And I say, is the Supreme Court the only place that we can ensure accountability of the Electoral Commission now?
Papa, and Tina didn't buy, you know. If anything, petitioners no. One more, no person who said the Uncle Supreme Court no, who faults be what at the end of war, you know. So what's the mention? And as one who cry now, who you cry, only Babby shows mammy. A dear Bobby, now, Yin, ye grown. So what's the mention? You will CCTV cameras where you were be on and no first person say, but you be dealing on no, it's in your opportunity again to know me and son or walk when and then another one check no, and no cranny a check. So what I'm mentioning. And to know Uncle Wash when ye. Not just even pronunciation says will be a near 50 and I say 50.1 and you cry 1 year bonnet. So what I'm mentioning 1 year bonnet and one say I didn't be in the case Uncle to Abani. So what I'm mentioning. Because you have to prove them. Say, you are right. One from day one, some of them was and I say, woman, you want to muda. And to own you know, or manage talk, and you have to prove to them, say, hey, and you know, say, no much, say, no much, no. Unomuni as a Diana as a white and to copy Unomunte. Me one who's not what to soon idea doing them one and what ya and your manager. So what the channel? It's no papa. It's son never quite said about just Supreme Court. Need work with this is one fan from Dia and your Supreme Court to Dia. And you, Omenas are Kunyan. I'm already. What about to one? I'm you at the corporate and at what so much corporate here. Not any you, and I say, I'm at your corporate and any woman out do declaration and your rights. And in you. I could go with him kata so ya asemi Janice say na ye to see Papa declaration now obey ye emu die pa na ye say and na e fa na and na e right ni say because per their calculation ni say no kra no em so house as they pro ye declare on my penis were president aye nyina no ye Papa ye kata boni so
You or one champo, you better ask him say Wabroso come up na yenti Dr. Jingo, oh yeah, Bombardier and so I there Abba. Dr. Jingo, Bamaso.
Yeah, because
yeah.
Okay. I thought I could Papa,
Kosoa.
For what you know, because I don't know, say na kasa no kasa no the knowledge no wisdom na Jumas be ani. Papa me also.
Who was super because who didn't eat? Why?
Okay. Some knowledge no wisdom me boy.
I don't know about OT. Yes, sir.
What's it?
I don't know
OT.
Okay.
Ana me bobusa ai me tell the question. Papa. Sa abana mo kwakọ to ye no. Ye ma obia receipt me boy.
Kasa me unko. Why? Kasa. Why? Let's keep talking.
Ye ma obia bi. I think say one you kwa no. No gum. So no so support gum as gum kwa so nya pinches ni. Aba nipa am kokọ je ho nyina no obia nya pinches ni. So they say from all the polling stations. So now as so obia nya bia. Argentina obia kan de mom. Now obia nche de onya because electoral commission adwuma kokọ yin na on website awide or dey go on. So nti no say o pese de onya ya obetan ko website on no kokọ de onya ya. And also betimi why dey o pink sheet na we nya ya no. Na why dey. Na wakaka bom. Na no kwa na nche. Okay. You say maybe two one results ya baba. Question is to buza ho no say. Say two results na o mo kan na no. Say two results na no. Wo de ye won konta. So dey say wo de ye won konta. E ma wunya more than 50% no plus one na. E ma wo ya win na say. E ma wo no. E ma de o win ye no. E de ni percentage no so e ba from. It's simple. So I say, it is not tell the I can say, you can lead person to a knowledge, but you can't make him think. Thinking, no, that's the wisdom. So I say, wisdom and knowledge is different things. You can have knowledge without wisdom. Okay? Somebody can have knowledge, but without wisdom, because you can have a knowledge how to drive a car. So I say, you see, I have a knowledge to drive a car. But when you reach a year, stop sign, right? That is where you have to apply the knowledge. Why they, why say okay, stop sign. I'm by late. Light, stop sign. I will do on. I saw red. Until the red means stop. No idea. No way. That is the wisdom now. Where they want to apply brakes in your car. No idea. Now the agenda. So they say you can have knowledge. How obviously the attitude, but what is the wisdom for when what to trigger? So they say, and NDC for they have the knowledge. What is the knowledge? More patience now, or more results. Now no, everything sir. Oh, candidate, when you start threshold now, I will say, we're president. And well, the reason money in that is why should you bother yourself to go to court? Abra, you have all the results from over 38,000 polling stations. It's a matter of additions. So to me, I don't now. You can let me number 10 party because when you don't get come on, simple. And we know we have a formula there how to calculate election results percentages. We use valid votes and calculate and using actual votes. So that's it. All the knowledge is there. We have to use the wisdom now. Where then? Jesus say, oh, I did say, obvious say, you can do you one day. When 50% plus one, and you can say we have to follow up. So just say, yeah, wisdom and knowledge, are two different things. One can have knowledge, but without wisdom. One can have knowledge without wisdom. You know, that is why the Bible says, the beginning of wisdom, you know, the fear of the Lord, you know, is the beginning of wisdom. One can say it's the beginning of knowledge. Somebody can have knowledge, but that person, you know, he doesn't believe that there is God, but he have the knowledge there. But wisdom, is something different. And Tina, enough for who can 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 18 now, or say the preaching of the cross, you know, is foolishness to those that are perished. I didn't because they don't understand it. They don't have wisdom in them. It's because God's own wisdom, you know. I don't know, you know. So they say, if you don't have the wisdom now, you won't understand it. Say, Adena Odipano in a coupon say about say Obi Obediano, obey where you have what moved from death to life. But that's God's wisdom. And you know, all he has in say, you have to what? Believe it. So I believe, you know, and not a faith, no, and am I aware that I like wisdom, no? So what he has said, you know, okay, you know, or say, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, not knowledge. You know, knowledge and wisdom, you know, they are two different things. One can have knowledge without wisdom. To me, the answer. Because you see, when you have a knowledge, says you see, who fear, who stove, who says also now the says is right. That is a knowledge. But well, where is your wisdom?
Okay.
All right. What is that question? Let's show where is your wisdom? You know, you can have the knowledge there, but without wisdom.
Okay. All right.
That is how it is. You know, and Bible no canon. You read the Bible, no. So when you become a Christian now, read the Bible to get the knowledge, and then you apply the knowledge, you know, in your daily life. That is how it is.
You Doc, you better do it. Why? You better do it. You better do it. You also unchichiri mo a odi aba. Tiefo nso da wase. Ana yama Bombardier ensumre. Ono nso emeka bi. Bombardier. Empom ti say. Bombardier. Oh.
Papa,
Okay. Any yama ejama ensamra second time. Ejama ensa ba maso.
Promotional. I didn't touch it.
Good. Any yanko. Why? Yanko.
I think sheet now. What generative of polling station? I'm on Fontiasi. Pink sheet, you know, a carbonized copies with specific serial numbers. Now, what printing names, you know, 12 candidates, you know, presidential one American, no. On corner work and you know, was in order 12, you know, what to I do we are, be a copy of the pink sheet, you know, which is carbonized copy, and yet duplicating now. Original, this is not on your original, although I can't for it to include on your original now, photocopy, a carbonized copy of the mark, quite on corner, at the same thing of the worker or the number 12. Oh, so square in here and oh. Now, okay, criteria 1 year be crying as and 2 months 4 years, with 2 months, Guma, now so. People before the so how many before for mamma and I calculation. Be our unique opportunity to calculate the onion. Now, no opponent, Sunyan, nay, a rival onion, if he's interested in a quad on quite now, Walker now, so a Kufadua. Go to a calculate Kufadu, no. No, I've had no year was that it was a total, casino, very, 13 million, 100 and something, 1,000 something. 50% of that one is 6,500,000. 6,500,000. Also, Kufa doing more than 6,500,000. No, a Mahama Sunya, a 6,200,000. On a meter. Into your honor, so we work out is there. A Kufa didn't know, if you're interested, work out ni total again. What I add it. Until you university, no, now I mean to change here. Before you are be admitted at University of Ghana, I saw your credit maths and credit in the English language. And the in other subjects on file. And the judges, most of them went to Legon. Who now were credit in mathematics. I find an MPs, and the ministers and the far work only our credit, especially those who went to Legon. I don't know about other universities, but those who went to be our identity, very easy to calculate at the be away from 5, go to my calculate what the manner now the adding machine they go to my calculate 38,650, the Muhammad Yang, the Kufu Yang, what is the total varied post? Now it's like difference, half of it, median, half of it, is 6.5 or now 6.6. A Kufu Adu Yang, also Yang, a very simple idea. For who figures, bra, as who figures in a general fee. Figures what you're there. And ya 50, a cool senior. Fabra is a year and farmer. Oh, no, we used to say, I'm 4 figures in our ma. I said, we are not putting them a defense until judges, won't pronounce on judgment. Simple.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sir. That's it. Thank you very much.
And I saw my phone to say, Caponat copies in our demo. And your original a photocopy and the same for everybody. What I didn't know, the same as a Quadonco. In a Mahama and a Kufado, the same copies with the same serial number every and 38,000 crowd into go to constituency at 275. That's what you have figures,
All right, all right, thank you very much.
The people are waiting out time.
You've made your point. Uncle Woody, Yanko.
Aja papa, me bamu kakra bi. Me say na ada no asem no say enkrofo ahyeda no mo ka ne say ti no mo nte ase a me ayi kakra. O say
kasa de wo ti ase no, kasa de wo ti ase.
Kasa de ti ase de say ejema nsa ba be wi asem no na odi aba ho kakra. O say ade ne say NDC for and I say party no more kwan say bi kura ye de be court say ye ya body nya ye ne na ye hwe ne ye de no boro say no be back and front say de omo ye parliamentarians no enti no omo smarters no omo hu say no ye kwa ne say MPP for so be pro this different figure we be ka we enti sa na te dia ye no me de me hu ne say ensem omo de court ni nyina ne say yi sina nkasa ba na one house no ana say what dey declare a president no say ne German say can be 30 million no ye hwe akufo nya bia 4 million say yi sina nkasa de ba out there 4 million enti say o strike ni nyina o nya 50% ene de aba ana say o keka ni nyina bobo e bi kura aboro so enti eno ho adwuma na say ya ba ni nyina be kana o ka say unsan evidence mra menye restoration bi say na ye kan brofo dia me fa say ye nyina ye kokuma say akoche aboro no mafufuo de na ba ena me bae no manya bi mi kura manuru kuma ase no but emra da ho no say uduru ho na oche abro no mafufuo de ne ba eti se okoduru kuma ase kura na oche kokoba enye eno ne yehwe eti me bae mantima anchi bi fan say ndisi fo ni bibi o mantima anchi bi ena wo papa smara o so ba yo so o me de maduru makoche abro no maba onsam ne yehwe se fufuo na hyemu so a o si da bi me de makoche na ba o wade ne say me man o say ene o body for de ne bra me si me ni bi kura but ade ne ye pefufu abro no mafufu nti say me body man timi amfa amafeli wo papa smara so ko ba ye no wo do nsam de ne ba na ye kokko a eno so aferi e bi kura na kura so hwe nhyɛ nsam nti wo so ba wo nsam ne nhwe mu say wo de ne ye fufu a wa wenwe eno na em say wo de ko no ade ne ye de aba no eye 30 million say ne ye German sa ka no de a 30 million no yi sina na so no mumien fa calculator anto se ne mo de calculator ma asiedu nipo hia calculator pa ne mama Jemensa ye fa calculator ma no na on calculate and as judges no nyina kra antra ho no mon calculate say oh total very vote na say ni nyina ye kan no yisi say na onya ye nya 10,000 akufa do nya say 5,000 oh and ye calculate wonya 50%. No total very vote ni na 10,000 akufa do mana ye de man na say 4,000 na ba ni say na onya 50%. And no ye simple but you can say obi nko evidence evidence no ofa na say oh eno na ama ade we say yeni na da ho na ya hyeda ka ne saw say you obia ba say evidence be ade ni nyina ne say de isi na announce no eno na nkrofo di court enti no so mo de court sa de a yenyina so na yenye oh nanka me percent ka me ko ya papa yi de ya enra na me kan but asa ade ni nyina yenyina sa ba de say bi isi kroya so enti yisi ade en se me so na me tia se dia me pese akire me mu se ade petition ben na ndc for the court ni enti me discussing yi oh court na ekọ because first na 2012 ne dia we mu de call say abana bi mu ansan bi e na abana kra keka bo mu ye defense e na mo se de fa evidence bra na mo kwese mo evidence de bae e na mo keka bo mu kire na mo se no evidence na mo de bae na ye nyintu e no mo de different ti say this so the sound kwa dia afi ni ye ka ho asem say bi o mo kire say o mo de o ma wene e na mo de ko mo evidence kro mo kire say o ma wene na Supreme Court be ka say fa evidence bra na nipa no wankasa bi ono na evidence de ende wa wene o say evidence na e da ho ne say Jemansa asam na ode ba beto ho no enkire se obi anwene enti no menyini se ukase nipa nsan fa evidence na evidence be bi evidence anka ye de baba ne se yemfa calculator nto ho simple nka we to one day kura say long division no ho aye no ho aye te se de na Jemansa kan enti em se ho mum na me de to me no se nya me city ase no no oh enti ke be wie no na se ye nya chance kro chana be ko
Bujaye
me de bako opanyine na so health minister
yate why
committee ni interview no pa yo
that's it na me ka o se nyame ya admo a ochina during the last hour of your dwumadie no hopefully you be call the extra hour from 7 to 8 p.m. During the last hour no ne Mr. J so kind na openina ne da ofre ye no yene no betwetwe nkomo woni ya ba kan ya pomu hu ensem kakra how we be able to get ourselves in shape or doctor in herbal medicine yen kan sa tinyam yad mo china obobo yen nkomo kakra we will need to know a little bit about his background and then he will just give us some tidbits as to how we'll be able to get ourselves in shape. That is the last bit of Jumediano. We're going to have a health segment with Mr. J, Dr. J, Yankanisa. Na waboy nkomo kakra fan Shannon so fire Bray na men say bombardier are ready a yenko no so why
no papa me da say onze asam na beto ha anyway and that is one thing that being president say a lot of people to come and help 2012 election me catch us say court no we see a time we so asam na anybody aka no wona be declare na we asam doctor kan on say anya na see was Supreme Court no was say what they are call the website I can put back at the same time Mr. the figure now they two website 4 times and not the Supreme Court that even tell you as a citizen say America and come best opinion you come and explain this is say Angelo enter a state a civilized state in the world that now Afghanistan can you do this more of a man in his good defense on say by what you say and say the judge or say obi aba university there onya English and maths credit me boa into ba cham say jimensa or maths credit enye na adwuma so baka kan de na bom ni de so ba ananso obi enti ni yi jimensa was not employed to go and compute the figures no there are a bench or a backroom staff omo na omo ye competition on a spreadsheet na sound beba no didn't oh and so doctor the same thing was say article ruling no you good I don't blame him opinion now say when election or police station why do you send a representative to the strong room think I don't know
I'm say fire. Why they no question nti ben wa fidie no? Why? Ah, fire oh. And
it's okay you have won
okay. Ben wa fidie no. Ben wa fidie no kakra.
Representative and cost strong room and a constituency level obi abenya representative or why well inti the thing is that the ruling and no passing on and Supreme Court is so need power to turn election declared by the EC or their candidate bill or someone needs our power no they are constrained well inti the ruling is but apart from say no Ghanaians demand one intelligent question. Where can Ghanaians get an explanation from the woman the figures have given to us? Where? Church, Parliament. Where? The only office, the word Supreme, maybe I don't know if I'm the Supreme Court. What declare we are fine? Almost want to win 10, fine. But let us know why he got that figure. Oh, that was clever. And people, if you say they're trained, no cocoa pie. Lawyers, no per se, or more figures, no possible, they be able to Supreme Court, how many power? The guy know the law, and that is most lawyers call him the law. More lawyers, no, when him saw the figures, no, they don't have right to turn it. It is sad, but try how we know numbers. Some man only NDC for transfer, they will be the Supreme Court. Like what Afarajan did before time. What transfer call time called to Abano. Well, and a woman named Senti, or 1 penny. But I would say we're not and running into where we'll be fighting at the polling station to kill ourselves. But my main knowledge is kakra, my interest wapa. Oh, it's a very nice topic. But that's married. Many parts in a yawa. Many parts in a yetibu. And I want to have a kakra. Me piano pass and ready. Me go pay part of that. Me buy me necessary because I know any me go fu. Me buy me necessary na part of started. So I call old wife and all. I go didi. And I odi from the necessary. One say a bit to me I say my name part a nice love ya a German simple jealous no. Didn't ya? Lack of knowledge. It was a lack of knowledge in communication. Almost say communication is a blood, like it's in human. So if there's no blood, you get pale, you perish. When you don't communicate, the same thing. When you talk about knowledge, it's an uninformed subject. If you have wisdom, but for you're uninformed, as same way as the gun and be a trim, but people don't have knowledge about the law into a uninformed. If you're uninformed, how are going to interrogate it? How am I going to interrogate the medicine? If I want to interrogate it, into Ghana hospital, doctor them a drama about 80% patient they can ask doctor na dem no oba abrocha sanity obi a dey adreno ma oba kind or knowledge who say what are you giving to me? I told you I don't like anything with chemocardix. And doctor answer okay withdraw. You see, he's able to use the wisdom here because you're informed or knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, how even do you go and question it? That also perishing, don't say part is going to perish or the relationship is going to perish because of lack of knowledge. Into me catch and say part. If you want to into me copper smile, I could buy you maba. One say, when your knowledge is being informed, and that's it.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Yanko Bombardier, so Bombardier, Yanko, why? Bombardier, oh. Yanko.
Yo, Michelle P. Jumando sunti eja yeso baby a. Asa na mati eja mensanka. Enyo na ono.
Ono what? Ono
Eja mensa memo akwaba.
We Bombardier. Mama fa enche deputy speaker ensa na me hwa de sisi a. Deputy. Somewhere what? Na ne Bombardier monko.
Yo Bombardier to aso.
Bobu nso aba.
Bombardier to aso.
Oh, the you know, Abadian. Fire chief, that's it. Let's say, Germans, I just say, Minya Albert, Spain, my non say, shedding say, or Hobetono, the bonfire mano, and I'm young as a Minya Penny, Pabna Agreement, Hamburg, Germany, or Muna Chipping Pins, no, Diana, the Diana Mikhail. Omuna memu se Ghana 14 kwa buchiri yesu na mimi se honene Netherlands ne Italiano no moko nti ye da nyamiase fire na onse na moka miti nimdie ne nyanse biasem na minim de na eko memu no
na mempa contest na ma nipa ko ne se ade na amaka se lack of knowledge my people perish na you're wrong anke ka se lack of wisdom my people perish. Inti nia o beka on obetumi aka apa.
Me da say Proverbs 1:7 when they address the fear of God and is the beginning of knowledge. And the name of say kwasafo mpe nyansa ni instructions. Ene baby Rebecca said the fear of the Lord no is the beginning of wisdom any other day. Now the tell say banim die ya knowledge any nyansa e wisdom na. Primary difference no say knowledge no say the can say knowledge no so they simply say knowing but nyansa na just say the ability to make sound judgments about the subject na knowledge no obi bia was associate me bi and found say wa school na school so we say we bet na ho say ye we you say kasa e microphone knowledge when you say microphone no amplify voice no obi dim say no yade aba kobi nti on share marks na on pray knowledge so that's it so we say yade aba na ye no but nyansa no apply sound knowledge na draw knowledge no make sound judgment out of it so say you say obi betuma fa ne baba enim die nimo nyansa be ka che say o baba na wo fa no mojafra incest enti say wo ne wo a wo fa no so wo a by biological inference no akwa no do wo no onya ho because mu nyina no the same strength and weakness na mo etu wo nim die ba nyansa be guide wo say there be wo ade nyina ho kwan die nenso nye nyina ne pata ebiem no abodie mo hwehwe ho so sebi onipa sebi anusa na akaka se bi kan trumu no obeti ono so ye kwan obetimi du obema ahyegu ene ze enim de ne mo nyansa be che se wo do be man ko hyewa ho no bibi e fan ana muscles no sa muscles na hold sebi utumu together no ebe bai ebe loose etu ho na by natural reflex no now sebi finish so good anything na say bi enem ye give for no omubo pampers mu odin no cause one hwe ya enye ono na aye ade ne beba because gravity ebetwe na ba o say kemia eti nimdie de se wa ko school yi ba nyansa no ye sonko eno maka no nyansa no nya nimdie se minim we ni asem o sesa beka nyansa beka je say se meka sa na me wo bibia o sa meka so that here a neutral previous year were educated fools adentia ade we shani no utimi say kwasasam no kan cause e wo mso wonim de nanso enoma bia o kan say one fa nyansa na apply no yes is the way educated fool enti no the bia make say wisdom no acquire a primary color say a color no won't me father color bia make say enya sadia no enti wisdom no universal as a motherboard no e mu benya nimdie ba nimdie o no wo nimdie no jeso nim nyansa e ni internet de ye kopeni was openi ma me ko pe abranche do nyansa o yeso obi so nimdie e di so hwe a normal e koso na de bi papa the oka say obi aboro 199 he will not preside over borrowing and spending and taxation na only nimdie
pa
say won say oboro bebrane say taxation e ya e bia emboa nenso nyansa ma ne kwan ama na anye saa de no ene oboro mo meboa ene what
evidence there
what I see ain't no what's evidence is clear onipa na oka say on spending no one kwai anano echire be say hey America kwa eboro eti asema o kan 2016 kwa pato chen obizo nim dia say hey you see this no I dey because of the
say deputy speaker me na control affairs inti person bi so asem na yako center ansa na watu asem so na ama yenu achi so aba inti ne kwakra mu no sa kasa kwano ana proverb na say lack of knowledge na be perish no say sano no lack of wisdom or what is your take inti let's go to the center why wadaroma
any question is what's the lack of knowledge my people because who so ni ma and we bet my apply wisdom no so that's here enti so when him say koko ye dwa koko no ye betimi da say nimdia wenya so that's here nti so when him say nimdia ni say koko no ye betimi jibia na say wo be perish because koko no be si kwaye mu wo be say weed me boa
okay
okay knowledge no wisdom draws a strength from the knowledge no nti say unima say unimu dia can say nim say ka good intimi na na say shefo me boa shefo enti no shefo no perish enti but mal say in the abundance of water
na do ka say yeti skaso enso enya say what is this guys here but also by our sikans wa beto sikans so want to apply sa wisdom no enti woni remember you say yet skaso but when you use wisdom na day I draw inference no I apply knowledge no to say ebebo bia enti lack of knowledge you perish enti nobody maybe say last one na efe wa bonku na era achaba can there be a situation people can reject knowledge?
They can
they be in this situation they be rejecting knowledge.
Say they say enkaneno in the 5th or 3rd century no say it is the sun which goes around the planet so that's it. It was a knowledge Satam no mujitum be by our postulate so and because what say we are no west in the is the let say we are in a movie or not you say as I say there a static me what but maybe no obi a friend Copernicus say no I reject that postulation no it is not the sun which is going around the planet but rather the planets which is going around the sun so that's it. The lights of Galileo use telescope or discover Jupiter near the person say I'm position and say rotation is an revolution can orbit and sun the past say we are no air rising from the east ever to west no and yes a movie we are the name planets no position in among say we are na Japan abedi ha we sense anomano you can reject knowledge but we reject knowledge now we say Copernicus reject knowledge or apply wisdom say hey see machine na agent or draw into Copernicus the first person or draw solar system no moon at least sun in the center and earth no and Mars and Galileo mo Jupiter no omo yin so you can reject knowledge. But reject knowledge now, then you have to use the wisdom to let us know why you are rejected that knowledge, So that's it. And yes, if you are my rejected, I didn't know reject here. Won't you mean different? I know some other.
And well, yeah, no. Wow, Supreme Court ruling about. And as a whole, be Kakra or Ghana, betting so coso. Into Wadaroma, by your news, amount 5 minutes. Now we are 39. We are now, you're writing so about Wadaroma. But my what you mean?
Me da say the best of the Kakana about this square young data bank data bank data bank this is the channel a Japadino or Manipulative and dancing advisors so Indian wisdom needed data bank for the past 4 years they become transaction advisors for the government in most of the borrowings. There has never been a borrowing since Nanado Bay president who say the BSM beton on data bank, maybe won't stand back and I stand chat and maybe a data bank is it to come because I didn't now fire will repeat the first domestic bond you raise and then a call charge. Hello, fire.
Bombardier Koso, why? Koso, why?
First one, a question, and I know Pano, for Casa Debbie. Data bank said ye or be on what or a kind of alternative data bank no now on one gas a transaction method that's a day or my telephone you know the cause names you saw was our link to do a temperature in the choir the charge gas data bank you can operate a woody for name this woody for and come because I 50-50 or more really 50-50 yes will be before 10 a year or follow 8 out of 10 2 no call the can I'm obeying we have been cabeders no because they will have a Kenya temple in a very different thing and now can over so Side data bank here Jiremo PDS or Eurobond you a year can say cocoa syndicated loan 1.3 billion every year be or half a year almost say data bank say their very language is rule as financial advisors in the controversial Japadio or mutual letter comma one of the contending transaction advisor Amara Holding say into Omutumuni and Kambum and yes any financial advisor no move pull out and he said the board of directors of data bank have observed deep concern persistent attempts by some political actors during the political season leading up to the general elections of December 20 to tarnish our hard-won reputation painstakingly built over the last 13 years by unfairly exploiting our participation and involvement in the transaction as one of the transaction advisors. We believe this is principally due to the Minister of Finance's association with Data Bank as his co-founder. That is the kind of operator. He said, say, almost in political season last year, and in trouble, you can operate as I work on a data bank or bank, they be a more transaction, into promotion. No one to call my journey, dear papa, as a percentage of more as a transaction, and then the year with it. My judge, if they had the knowledge. So at the end of the there's a conflict of interest. Obin can say, be about 2 companies, and to come say, hey, you was a trend, say, me wife or no year, you can say, or you, my wife or a caterer or Ghana, where you more, a canoe, La Palma Beach, and on why asserting the business or ye. Nothing means my head of a can say school feeding, and my baby to me a catering, be about me. ABS can you position I can meet and one acquire or be a Cobinian degree of limited. By instance, I mean, unit to the year a jack or Mutum Casser to my wife, that's what we call conflict of interest. It can be about but could be consistently or a common denominator, not standard at account. I say now, this say a canon knowledge and also yes, me pull you up. No, when you're sympathy, or because we should the same political actors be NAS idea, and then the same political actors, area or per sympathy, any empathy, and say, can operate a data bank a yanadiano? Say, a possible committee do so, or Beko or money, near Koshe says so, 4 years no buy, a dear, a more years of finance minister, a dear or Utimi, only says, Parliament are 50-50 a committee in the zone. Say, because it could be 11-10, and I say, in one show when you're not so back for Septia. And no, and go for a mini for PDS and go for mini Kenfrata for a Japan deal, no, any Eurobond, and so many deals are or no can one the bank in your percentage one say in Tenuna and Copa say I well whose appointment to say do so. It's one share ya and you pull it out. Now say corner because say baby and no was after all crown they cry Japan deal no Majai didn't cry suspend the Enyadi assist parliament when one cry a bit my passy any no manoma. Papa since the Ghanaian or the new Ghanaian is very enlightened. I will not be home. Now, maybe the end I said you can say Kandapa and run who she no. So, then so no be a Mikasa do appointed Kandapano, and that was our reporting in will be a blue pajamas or bar or girlfriend. Then American could be a UK no movie serious and Konkasa resign cancer, ya fire under that. Now with my keeping pension. Intermediate net data back seminal, they had the knowledge to know say Adiomo and a conflict of interest. But perhaps wisdom is not guiding them say Adian and yet or the empire and fine. No, so no as a finance minister. If we don't know say we at the last be a Japadi no idea on par and we said the next 4 years no second Japan operator by minister there'll be so many business a year. Ebia ese ubaka se me nko bebre me ko bakwa eche na mabero bako na nkofo hu se de bia no because now they know say the Ghanaians are reading and can na we asa bebese ne ahomete ni social media na nye internet ni na nkofo nkan and no because of graphic ni daily guide ni heritage ni one people and they just said yeah obe so we na articles kwa obi post wo WhatsApp no wo kwa hu to be nkan just no matter so kata
yo body ya bedo wase why
Papa, my mom is going to use it, you know.
And no, what can I say?
Miss Samarizano, Eugene. The best I can say, said the Morris, Apple, maintaining Yagin, or not the Basse, Sissy, no, Eugene, almost say, on a divorce case about property. Sissy quite a gunner for one, so they told you no more humor, sense of humor. I'm Sissy, no share infrastructure development. I'm say Eugene. Or 91% and I cover 9%. Necessary or budget or put up more infrastructure development than the president in the last 4 years. And he processes, you know, he's not part of the Article 71 holders now or some of the classes. Nemono or better say Ghana and Yamas will be see who says to say, hey, Aquachi, Bombardi, Obay, hey, what you say in Nigeria? Hey, mansions, who will the end you say, yet me crew, na yet me sudden, Nakapa, camera, oh. Even though apart from Article 71 a year for no, and now and office of special your quarter sound money answer a juma or someone Nensueja Hamidu Intimania Jumano and enforcement and a high. Inti Papa Oko other media WhatsApp group and woman ABC fake and on so that or did you say on any equal divorce the name of properties now more Canadian Nadia Womusa name or Nadia or better or privacy and I mean I make say by in Kokomudia, privacy in them, yet the other Sunday took Ghana web in the own Nania Conde Room say, I'll call you Plutocas and Aristocas in here. They are fighting for privacy, say, where your private matter, and your private matter, or your public once or GP house in here, not somebody or say to come. Now it will make lessons out of it. ABA, no, the beam, ABS won't be, but then just say, as some betono, Yintiminka Wanson, next Papa. Semna, yes, said or put up more infrastructure development than the president himself.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Yama, big man Achibubu, Emre, on son Kabi, and the Bobo. You too, Bobo.
Yes, Mr. Papa Smiley.
Papa,
Mr. Prince Bombardier, I'm releasing one with B52. Fire and I'm a patron near German Samicha when you know, when you know, say we are not in normal times. We were
so they say.
No more times, Bao.
Ose,
there were no more times. Hey, no more times.
You, why? No more times, they say. Nka ABA nka I'm a patron invite to the fire nka bra Ghana next week nanko no nim komo akra utianye kra nko bit maka say bi kra nka o twa ticket kra ma whatever and so fire o UK ontimi nko I didn't know for Antiminko. Because I say UK government say who to choir also virtually who say according to the essential. I've also about 1,700 to quarantine. What does he?
Na bobo. Say o kan ni no. Say dia o kan ni so obi say win ska o say moment. Say nka fire e wo do pa na so person or splash be 10,000. So obetimi akọ.
Hey, Papa will raise a lot of issue. In what we say, you then bring in society, moral issue, rich, privilege, and a whole lot of things. What I say, but put it this way: Fire Sako could do Ghana across the crown. I say Ghana's a crown. It's on PC test.
Oh,
in fact, the fire.
What now in this go? Ah, the better.
Oh, maybe. I'll put no better than or Tinum. No could not quite test. No, that's a test, and I'm fat. I'm a patry for bear. We say you 2 so at 10 days quarantine.
We say life is about risk, and risk is about life.
Okay. Is risk normal or risk is not normal?
Risk is normal.
Okay.
Hey,
so
Bobo, utu car, is ya bontia. Okay, say any risk you own. Deputy, you didn't. Ale, mama,
Papa, instead of me busano, I'm getting understanding. The understanding will feed into something for something else.
That's right.
Inti, me cannot teach you more. No matter because I say, Haron. It may be in a year, what I say. Set of principles, you know, who establish here. Mamma, one example. You have an era waiki, Ebeka say, a bind election is referendum with the incumbent. Me, a two-state waiki, I disagree with him. Fire, I disagree with Waike. Was right. In saying, referendum or election is on the incumbent. Second one, Obosomfo campaign for Mahama 2012. Yenena anyadwin. Obosomfo esa campaign for Akufo-Addo. And then he's also rooting for NDC. But he may have a reason why we do that. In the upper, and Sembu why can't what I say, but can you can't no? They will stand test of time. Be careful with what you say, weigh them, and will be a reference point for future for discussion. Semekasi any normal time. Now say minya argument say you might be normal. Meaning say there are everything in life is risk. You can be creating a risk. But COVID-19 is normal time there. I will hold you by a word. But time and events will prove. And when it comes to that time, you must own your words.
Bigger.
Chayo. Bobo. Definition of normal. On say you keep saying say we evil. Meboa. Yeah, okay, asem.
When baby. I mean try that. Say stage do say no. Or say George, we can all not agree on one thing.
And correct.
In fact, we agree on one thing, we are being stupid. But I've also come to realize, say, try to get to know what you understand, appreciate other people's point, put your case across.
That's right.
To get it wrong, come back and own what you have said. Papa, I cannot be embodiment of wisdom. What I say? Neither is you. But the can be made a man who say, about Smiley. Seven, but I'm coming you. Send me wrong about criteria. When you said, oh, and they're right to Adameboa.
Papa, and I know you're when you say right.
Indeed. There are so many things that is happening. So, but Okansama, Manantoni Petim, manenhwe so mbenya babia free mu a ebetima bo mu e wo makwantu mu a so enti papa sebi metie nka misigana ene ya nka mepe I've had several courses. I should have been in Ghana by now. You may be brave are constrained, those constraints, no. Many categorize it in ways say I can't take that risk. And
okay.
me who think I'm not in normal times.
Okay.
But maybe to hear and you know, COVID-19 is normal times. So and the man who's any normal no. Because of when people are close to you. Because you will never be a obeti wasum. You will never be overhead, but a benwana so who be is different. The feeling is different. So that I say, Papa, doctor, or you be operation room. Any doctor or share video says you operation. The feelings are not the same. When they go to sleep, the feelings are not the same. Bema or take or bar who they share them, sapphire and her patry, almost share them, no more Joe money.
Oh, madam, and I'm just managing.
We share video. We share video, not the CCTV. So now, yeah. Well, we are in feelings. What I say. Anyway, Papa, if I can proceed on to
you proceed. Why proceed?
Papa, me that's a pa. Papa, my dream say Ghana you do stage beer. I'll see a try say de announce a jumano. Ebe kan yemra no so ye busa me bi na me commercial on busa me bi almost say sufficient, but what's the difference between is the law sufficient? Oh, Refi, Papa Meka, is something about a difference between oh okay, major to Papa. And to one who say, yeah, you know, your sister no make sure Donald Trump in Rano. Or share more proceedings in Kuninano. They're backing it with CCTV evidence or more cancer. Inti nima bi ankalo ya koko jina kota. Emrano kwabe mano kwano. Ise nyam rano kwano. Evidence in the CCTV saba beka ho. So, in the upper, if it be, should it be enough or it should be sufficient? Should the law be enough or be sufficient to prove a case? Inti Papa Smalley, you do stage be say try say. Nima bi ankana say no. Yen cooperate to our governor, especially where we are now. Papa Smalley, COVID-19 has tripled humanity naked, are bringing life to normality, are exposing conspiracy theories. Maybe I no prove a case. What I say, and it's also bring to focus the strength of humanity. In the excess, Ghana, to see it is here. Why would you cause a minister to travel to abroad? To do what? Why would you cause people to be traveling to abroad for medical reasons? For what? Because how can ICU centers in IMA? Until their wake-up calls are a boy, may say, it also tells us we have to build our internal capacity. Papa, yeah, started from Parliament. Parliament of Ghana, etnasi, say omoko. China akwakoto nkonya ena nkonya na motonto makobo bosia na mo de koto nkonya wo Ghana ye wo nkonya ewo ye nua ewo Ghana nua no kra China fo na kra betwa bi rosewood o betwa na mo de court na fi akoto nkonya ne de besi ye Parliament House na Ghana nua no so ye twetwe ne nyane ya export nipa no mo yesa nyuma ne nyane from honorable people anyansa da o mutim o mo yesa de no. The same Parliament House. Omotna ho, baby a friend Ghana Medical Association, Ghana Medical Stores. Yenro nyina shige. People would overstart responsibility. Omantimi anye niema. I will say a year nkebe exposed because judiciary no, the Parliament also they have a responsibility to call sector ministers to bring things to bear. But the same Parliament no motona no. Omubia so aje double salary. Yadebia by a friend COVID-19. And you was Speaker of Parliament. Speaker ne say nipa 15 our parliament ho omo anya covid ni bi omo de ba parliament house ho enti ni solution ni say some kofo no am no omo ani adidi a omo unstop over there you mention their name. That is a strategy for a new speaker. Papa Smalley, COVID-19 yenim say adeno spread it na spread more on the fact say more than ba kumukra dia more dangerous than omo abontin. They say also to parliament him into obia nkofie. Papa obia nkofie a ombe bie parliament house no march na omo samra. Na moko fumigate parliament house onyina. Parliament staff no so about 159 almost omonya bi. Papa masemi me wronga obi correct me. Nipa na omonya bi o parliament no ye ni omo. They are not going to self isolation. Nipa no mo parliament no omo wo yire omo omba. Omo kofia omo yire ni omo ma. Se bi omo nko ade a omo so benya bi. Na ne yire so afa bag no akọ Kaneshie market okodidwa. Enti onu to kokodru ha nipa ba kon se nipa 20 e na odi be hie obesan omo na so omo nye asymptomatic there or they asan omo. In fact nipa 15 omo ba dem ho enti whenever the 275 MPs no omo asambo a Papa Smalley omo nyina enya sad ni bia 275 constituencies no obi dey call the constituency omo kotena ho enti owoyere e wo ma enti ode ma ne yere na ode ma ne ma na ne ma so dia koma ne ma na fofo omu no mu di agro ne ba no ko school ma na ono so dia kokosan ne yere no so babia ne yere be ko bia na ono so dia kokosan oro so kokoduru ho a ne constituency no because of our environment ne Papa Smalley honorable sem ko fo ba ne nchen mebo a nti omo ba ne nchen a omo so beji be assistance ne we say na ono so dia atese o. So single effect of 15 MPs. Papa Smalley, what do you think will be the rate of spread in 2-3 months' time? Mimi who ye minister bi kuranya bi, ene or resign the post. I may punish ne kakra, but even that wasn't enough. It had been deep. So if a speaker of parliament do this, looking at the parliamentary we have in Ghana, their track record, symbolic. Sa akonyo mkokoto no, which I think is insult. Second, by that double salary no. Do you think say we are in control of the way we want to organize things? By the way, on ba match so Papa Smalley, COVID name koyo. The virus is there to stay forever. Enti the amount on one team isolate no, would they isolate this time? We are not even dealing with bribery and corruption. No. We are dealing with something that have potential to cause death. Because COVID no unya ubit masa hoyare. But the other side of it is also death. Anyway, Ghana for you. Second one, Papa Smalley.
Wait, and second one bonus snappy and now I've been Zumra. Why?
Okay. Okay, my boss second one, the third one bomb. Na Papa you can something about data bank. Papa, one of our biggest challenge, Africa, no, say how to build our internal capacity. But sometimes we do it in a wrong way. The amount 2 illustrations I have in fire. 1 year, Papa, be a friend Ibrahim Mahama. Ibrahim, ekoje asasibia na gold mine. Papa Smalley, either for good reason or bad reason. My idea was that he was a Ghanaian. And once he's a Ghanaian and he can control the resources, let's put safeguards in place, okay, and allow him to operate on that level. Can I buy Debbie? Then we surrender it to Chinese. Papa, what are the Chinese interests? And then, many of a brave argument. Omo come say, no, I'm not looking at it that way. What I'm looking at is say, ye Ghana but ni maybe a manako boneno. In auditing, if it be safeguards, let's try to put those things in place, especially say your this kakotwa bontin. Ya man kwa manifest kabin kotwa bontin. Si can be brebe my yajuma or Ghana or Ghana ni obetima control kofoni we say. Yet me sign agreement. So we met you oil or Ghana. None the expenses in so crop and winning or the Frebuchriba. Bibi obey or the Frebucha spilling on funding now into our 2 oil or Ghana, not new and the ship nedeba. On Tobiana cry or expenses, ne accounting cost nina exemptions throughout Basa. Where's the old DMO? Can we not even partner him to negotiate with the Chinese? Well, Ebony data bank there can. Yeah, about a more run it through from NDC time, even PNDC time, up to date. Transactions, majority they're involved. The evidence to prove Mahama time and this time. What we need to do is to put safeguards in place. Say the baby because na ebonia, they don't overmake the society. Nigeria for the year and no build the Dangote. What we don't do in our side, they say, Abaniba power. Now we crash it an empire the other part in the building. It was a bad unipana building on Yanyanisa. So NDC also comes, they build their empire, and MPP will come and or destroy them. Maybe they will come to a time that we need to see how we can put safeguards in place and empower Ghanaians entrepreneurs so that they can excel in global stage. Because businessmen, why? They are greedy. But it's up to you with authority to put safeguards in place so that they don't overstep certain things. Here, Akwebo Kumase, your friend Kofi Job. NDC time, no more status of woman a contract. A man a contract, na Ibrahim, and import 2 machines from abroad into the bar. So not on the contract, not the mapa panel. Now pan the contract. Papa's Mali, when him say MPP buy, a mama among for the contract, Krana. I want to hear it. And still, also almost come out panel. Now, oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Building our local capacity. Say the buyer, Sakwan is here, Papa's Mali. You can go to Burkina Faso, you can go to Nigeria and build a contract. We need to be working towards something like this. See the Benya conglomerate, bear 10 or 20 or me Ghana for. Apa final one, my view, any Supreme Court. Supreme Court, any elections, maybe it's election, a process. Remember, election be a Farajan, what's your process involved in Nana? Electoral Commission, Ghana, no. He is the last person to see the results. Inti Emma de course in 2013. It's a shame, the Electoral Commission is a creature of law. And Ira Mahama, or Nena Tony Jane, almost be free power. No, almost shemra, Bia, yes, assembly cocota, sub procedure, no, and Enfasuni assembly. And again, as your Evidence Act. Supreme Court, Omoho, Omo interpret Embra. No mono Omodiano. They can go above the law to also use common sense. Personally, I'm more interested in the process of Ghana election. The elections, it start from the base, the primary source. The primary source, say, you have to have people that are trained and they understand the rules of governing the election. Into Ubia, political party, Bia, I'm a trainer Munko. Yes, some more manwa. Nti yetu abanu wia na ye declare elections no at the polling station. Nti polling station no your book wo ho. Book no Papa Smalley say nipa train e contest ya Elijah Achi na Papa Smalley. There were 3 nti 4. Or tre original so na appear wa 3 no so. No watiba kwa Achi, no watiba kwa Elijah. No watiba kwa Papa Smalley. Ana omo fancy wa no, my sanity there. The Omubanya police station. Ombekani nyina bomnom de akoba bi afel bi constituency coalition center. Na hono and things can go right or things can go wrong. That comes to the calculation. Enti say o can't win nyina boma constituency na coalition center now. You get a figure there. But the primary source there, Papa, in destroy. The Union police station, that's all. stand the amount of party agents, you know. Now, what about constituency coalition center no so then your party people will sign there. In the constituency coalition center, no, not all the about regional coalition center. Now original coalition center no so party representative no oma sign. We are near their core national. And one who say there are 4 layers at the polling station, at the constituency coalition center, regional coalition center, and national coalition center. Papa, se assembly comuna se enye no krena se onti asia. You can source it from the correction from the regional coalition center or constituency coalition center or primary source in a police station. Enti se me serious. All that I will do is say I want to make sure I'm not cheated. It's different from presenting a case that somebody has not performed his constitutional duty. If you present a case that somebody has not presented his constitutional duty, you may establish a case that may lead to the removal of the issue. And that will be the issue to defend whether what is done is a creature of law or not. Or Parliament House or STRAC, where things can be probed into very, very detail. But here's the case, the elections in there. But Article 64 in there, I was duly elected in there. I say, Elijah Cost standing for president, me trying to vote him. Actually, they mean trying to vote him. Sign a winner polling station. And the one who say, the name of the game, no, say, me a serious power. Or say, me timi hu aba, me toye, me nyai. Papa, you were Elijah, or can say you are very profound. Or kind of 5 years ago. And I want to know whether he still stand by that word. Elijah Bekachi Kontufueti for say, President Obasanjo, Eko Cote d'Ivoire, that an to question, and or say, Obusa Babo, na Babo say, no, Alasa Quatara Riami. Elijah said, Obasanjo catch Babu say, you don't deserve to be a president. Because who are we sitting president? What now? No one is vigilant. Near we out there. That means you are not capable of ruling the nation. Papa, it means you are wronger, Elijah, am I correcting me? But the final thing is you can tabulate all your results at the consistency to know how much when you and the bear or no cray. So open no cra. Ma obia hu de wanya se ompe no kraso so de na to person de emran de beye adwuma de a then the law will be interpreted as it deemed fit by the Supreme Court judges.
Thank you very much. Any yanko abe zwe na abe wia obia de ne final words so so ar no na ehwe asore so any abe bama so
yeah Baba Smiley, I don't guess what is your problem today?
When you came now, did you hear me talking about say I get problem?
You dey come here to solve problems, Nabi?
No, did I tell you I get problem?
So what problem are you solving today?
Now you are talking. It's not my problem, it's all our problem. Okay.
You and whose problem?
So why are you here then?
You and fire.
So why are you here?
You and fire.
So why are you here?
Abasmali. in Hawkins versus McGee.
Mm-hmm. And
a young boy.
The 10 lawyer.
A young boy went to a surgeon to repair his scarred hand. Do you understand? His hands were scarred. So he went to a surgeon for repair. The young boy came out with a more damaged hand. So what compensation should the small boy get?
Rather make you take this case to Supreme Court or what?
Or what damages should the boy get? In law, they have something called expectation damages. Expectation damages. In the case of this boy, he will only be compensated based on the difference between what was promised him and the damage done to him. I'll come back to how this relates to the Supreme Court thing after my presentation. I heard you or you and people come on talk about the difference between knowledge and what? Wisdom. Am I right?
Yeah, it was someone asking lack of knowledge, my people perish. It should be changed to lack of wisdom, my people perish. That was why many people were expressing their views on that.
I see. And I heard Dr. Ajima or Fire, one of them quoting, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah.
I like this thing. So let me, how do we get knowledge and wisdom? Because I didn't hear any of them addressing it.
So
Papa Smiley,
you're going to address it for us, Anna?
Papa Smiley, if you give me figures or if you give me numbers, mention any number. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 numbers. Yeah.
Okay, number 5.
Yeah.
Count.
As many as you can.
Okay, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, hold on there. They are just number or data you've given me, isn't it? Okay. If we want to understand this number, what do we do? The numbers you mentioned, what do? We add context to it. So it could happen that the numbers you've given me are the ages of people. So we say ages of children. Do you understand? So once we are able to add context to the numbers, we get what? Information. Is it clear? Hello?
Abe, Yetio, why?
Yeah, Papa Smiley.
Yeah, we there here.
Oh, hello?
Oh, Abe.
Yeah, somebody was coming on my line. So.
Abe, what's your
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay, all right, carry on.
Yeah, so is it clear up to this point?
Yes, Yetio pa koso.
Okay. So now, if we want to go from information further, we add the information you've given me, we add what we call inference to that information you've given me. So you're giving me the ages of children. What do we do with these numbers? So then we add extra bit of information or inference. We come to a conclusion. Maybe children who are growing up or children who are running in the park or something. Do you understand? Then we get intelligence out of that. If I'm the word intelligence, I'm not meaning how we think people are clever and things. So intelligence, I mean, you add inference to any information you have to get intelligence. So that is why maybe Fire knows when we talk of competitive intelligence, you are gathering information about your competitors. your rivals, and so on, or people likely in the field you are dealing with. Then comes the thing. If you have intelligence, synthesize, information with inference, then you apply what we call experience or rules to that intelligence to give you knowledge. You have the intelligence, that's the information or the extra information you have. Then based on your experience or based on your rules, the rules may not necessarily be book rules, maybe books, rules in your head, or the way you apply those things, you get knowledge. Do you understand? Then that knowledge, because the rules you add, because of your experience, they are setting. I mean, you applied it for so long that it becomes something you have a store of knowledge. Once you see the thing, let me come up to my field. If, let's say, I know when they mention the word debit or credit, based on my experience or based on the rules of debit and credit, I know what it is. There is certainty, there's certitude around it. If you are a science person, a doctor or something, you know the rules already. So you have the knowledge. Do you understand? Then comes the big guy, wisdom. How do you jump from knowledge to wisdom? That's the thing. That is what we are describing. That's the difference we want to establish now. Then when you have knowledge, your ability to apply that knowledge by synthesizing, interpreting, analyzing, all these things. And the essence of us going all of these things is to make a decision. All of them, from data, information, intelligence, knowledge, wisdom. The end result of all these things is to help you make a decision. So, of course, you can make your decision based on the data you have, or you can make your decision based on the information you have. You can make your decision based on your intelligence and something. But the biggest guy among them is the wisdom.
Okay.
Do you understand? How do you arrive at those decisions? Are your decisions accurate? Are your decisions acceptable? Are your decisions reasonable?
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay. But as to, I don't want to mention specific applications. Otherwise, I know fire is going to go bonkers. So I'll leave it here.
Yay.
I'll leave it here for my smile. So that is why when I started, I said, what is your problem? To see how best I can contribute to solving the problem. Because I appreciate your I know that, I mean, some of us, when we think of Ghana and the way the country is being managed, sometimes it's just annoying. We cannot just take it. Do you understand? But whatever happens, especially as far as this Supreme Court thing is going, is that it is telling us to recalibrate our lives, the way we do things back home. At any point in time, we need to review what we are doing and do it better. Do you understand? This should look, so we all talk about change. And Papa Spa, I was telling you the last time, you cannot sit down yourself and say, I'm changing. Sometimes you need a stimulus. It could be internal stimulus or external stimulus. This Supreme Court thing is one of them. We should have had this stimulus in 2012. It didn't happen. And we are repeating the same. We didn't lead to any stimulus. Do you understand? But sometimes we behave so forgetfully, or we behave as if, things are so normal that we should not even change. You see what Bombardier was saying about Oforiatta and his people? Who told them they don't know what conflict of interest is? Who told them? But you see, when he's at the point of being vetted, he's behaving like we are our children. And indeed,
No. Use your word. It's not
no.
Use your word.
You see the people who are supposed to tell him.
Use your word.
The people who are supposed to tell him. The people who are supposed to tell him that, hey, my friend, we are not children here.
Not children, stupid. That's your word.
You go there, you see how they will display with him. Like children.
Why?
What you use that?
Nah.
You see, fire is trying to
it's okay. He doesn't want to use it. Abe, why?
Why? Fire doesn't know that all the days are not equal. When we were at Saito, they used all the days are no. There's something we used to look anytime we used to sing that song. I'm happy because I know it's.
I just don't even get fire because even if someone knows what, could it be a sign say he's moving away from it? Let's carry on. Now for some reminding
I say anytime we sing all the days something. If we sing that song, I know we are close. I'm happy.
Go.
Do you understand? So they look, fire. Look, let me tell you why I don't value people who claim to have whatever PhDs. I went to Yale. I went to nonsense. If you went to Yale and you don't know how to implement conflict of interest principles, you want me to respect you? Is that what you are telling us? You claim you went to.
There are some people you can use the word without thinking. Others you think before you use it. That is the problem I have with you.
Fire! Hold on. You claim you went to Yale. You claim you went to Harvard. You went to conflict of interest principles.
They think we are stupid.
Fire! Abby, you're run up. Why, Mr.
You see, so this is my issue with people who claim to be whatever gurus or elites or nonsense. Look, when you are going to apply, there are certain jobs when you are applying here. Look, the questions they will ask you alone, questions about conflict of interest alone is more than 5 pages.
Speaker.
Do you understand? 5 pages. These are people who are applying what they've learned.
Okay, all right.
Once and you know some na Bombardier can want to be.
Fire! Fire! Allow no cut your person. Okay. No. Fire! Mesro. Allow him. Okay.
What is his question?
Allow him. Okay. Yeah, allow him.
Fire! When you were making your presentation, I wasn't. And I didn't interrupt.
Yeah. Twaso. My mutant to Twaso. Why? Twaso. Never enough, mommy.
Look, Papa Smiley, we are supposed to learn from whatever the outcome of what we are going through will be and make changes and improve the situation for everybody. You can't tell me one aspect of public organization is doing the right thing. So those who are not doing the right thing, we should hold them accountable. When we know that every government institution is not working. They are not doing anything. We should not wait till we are at the receiving end before we claim that, these people, this is not behaving fairly and so on. We all know that none of them, you see, ministries, departments are all not working. That one there, we are not complaining. We are not complaining. But when somebody is being shortchanged at one point, hey, then they are associating all of us. The whole Ghanaians we are paying you. Who are we not paying over there? But are they delivering value for money? If we all want change, we need a universal, wholesale change for our system. The incompetence of the Electoral Commission reflects the level of incompetence in the whole system. Because if the system is working, obviously it will rub on this Electoral Commission. Because they are not working alone, they are working depending on other organizations. So why shouldn't we hold those other organizations accountable so that they also hold the Electoral Commission accountable?
All right, Abi, NFSC, why?
Yeah, Papa Smiley, take it away.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. And yeah, final words. You ever say, Uncle Body so? Uncle Body Tim can. Your final word right away, and that I'll say finish it right on time. You know, Yanko.
The final word here, which I'm say, in I bubo. Na esi ade am say time no ya akwa no. And vetting na dey media chire pa ahwe bi. Utie enkrofo ma call vetting na. I say Ghana e oba bi ko. As a minister of India. Yeah, mobile pa as a minister be or set away no. Ade esi wa obisa na osi minimum hwe. Head we ni mu hwe. Obisa parliament dey no cross da phone call crowd different. By aduma man no kura na ho ye mo. E dey be sibia papa ni so ni oni mo hwe. Ono so na e minister. Na so ayokobo che so call the same thing. Eti no Ghana there your problem. Em say you can say
Now. Uncle Body Koso.
What do you mean this honest?
But don't worry.
Koso Uncle Body Koso na come asem. Mr.
You. Oh say the na make can say kobasa na say o man no yenya yi obi say eno nti na presidential yi na kwa edu and die yenya yi ba akofo say we president bibia o man wafa ne say ono an property o ankanto mo bibia ye ono nko an na o ye ni nyina committee say ne omusi eye veteran nsem ekoso na even veteran kura ye no obi kura bisa asem because of so be chairman of the committee nti ompese nipa no be bisa na asem enti ye man ne de ye wo chire pa say ne na Mr. Bika no o si bibia enya adwuma enti na ma young boys ni bifa telephone si ne nso na odi o matem na okọ o man no de aye ne sa ne be enti no ye be ne chena na yakomo ye
yo thank you very much Uncle Body and yeah o wa na champon o mute ho na ene also your final words asana yako bombardier so
yeah baba
you o wa na your final words why
yo that's it papa the tenant say na do be say when that transit be don't feel nine and what transit abranti atransi a wodwene oma ni nyinaa enanum nyinaa se nka nyina oma ne ho on se enipa ya bedwene oma no ho hwe Ghana for platform iso any other platforms so a on se Ghana for a omotu kwan omofie bibie ewo nyansa pa ne adwene wo yiti se baabi a ye hwede a amamuo na ana wono momdi eso no mubu amamo ne kona aya na akoye se wo mondwene ekruma no na anka se minua abebe kan yisisi ya se no credit any system no na anka yenya maami omudi si yete de bia yete it is a say ya anka party bi de ba obi akoye adwuma omunti ase na kedina ye twene se kombe trans na ka yehunu ya fe yehunu ye se eye no kura no sa hono no a wosaki obiesi nyina ne Ghana fo nyina hu se maame na adwuma ya ne se eye no kure se nyina de bia ye ka den ye se ye so mane ye ene o manu no menko ye ene we se department we nye o medi sika ne san manu ya tia so ye fo bia me do Supreme Court say Ghana ni nyina ni ehwe de ekro enti se kan ni kuro mu ya anka ibe hu hoya ye nyina ba bi gina sisi etutu na no na ehwe se adwuma ye de Ghana nim adwuma ma Ghana ni ba nipa so wonya ye de hye ebia ekubia no so on tutu on hwe kuro ni ye se de ya adwuma gina ya omadwuma net sen omohwe adwuma na ekosi emre ben so ehon ne ebe hu ya hoden na megidi se anke masa kwan so a se sen ebetima send signal bi akoba bi so what me mention ebetima send signal but se sen yede bia ye ka and departments ne and wo nyina sa na wo tie entini he has to change know how to come from one person be somewhere able to be obi it be scapegoat set your best deterrent to other people but Supreme Court now say san you man dey be a control be kan wasem no engu so nko so o ma no ebi mani ma ebi ani age ebi mu nti ase ebi mu so no akwa say e din yen kasa ena ye ti won de hwe han obi a ye din he ye mo borof hwe eti no enuanum bi ye kasa ye na me say I am say ago I say eba eman sa eye agrosem na me ka di me hu na wa gosan ke ba control dia akontrol nke bank e meto anasesem na nke yensre na nke yensanko because ensemba na yen kaye ensema ye kanku platform we se so no ye kwa ni asaba besi ye dede mu na ye kwa ye kan bone na bone na eyi ni hu na wo se ye de ye hwese bone no e betuma yi ni ti na ye ne hu sa sma kan no kona ni asaba defend bone no se bone no o ye ye kata bone so Paul Manuesi.
Yo, awane champion. Yebedo wase. Na yema Bombardier nso fana word nimra. Bombardier.
Baba,
your final word. Why?
Me that's it. Just say yeah, Ghana Heritage. Yeah, director. Me say. Say. One hour. Omuntu minye juma. Omuna yefo juma. No, because yarem no and those yata dinner nadia the better school near meanwhile infections one so I say since my schools be break every now and then schools more let me say and then come on to me better make nyam watch na me nyina bom
yo
so me say the omo omonya back to libere den ekwaku adwumamen nso de na yenya ne kano na wose woni tam kwa na back to me beba me wan so akofo de kwa as June as April as we know I minister of health na wose woni tam beba enti na ye ne kwese de yenya ne kano okọ appointment committee bibia mini sa na appointment committee no say obi oni sa na say ye hu ne for first 4 years the performance or ye ono na kutwa ntro say she bi no wonya yare bi wose wonya bi or rest wo you can say University of Ghana Medical Center. Yes, on it doesn't exist. No, later on, or subject to Zampa when you be. It will not just say on your be in the couple. What tells so or you'll be as a headmaster. Wouldn't say India. There's no need to say yes. I appoint you for that another 4 years. It is the appointment committee. No, so Sano Meconia and Papa Neo Homedasipi. Yamishao.
Yo, yense dase pa, yense dase. Ene yanko oba Patricia hoye. Ono so fana we nimra we a achibobo de kitwe bia soso. Kitwe bia. Wa nya kesi bia. Oba Patricia. Oba Patri. Oba Patri nti enka. Ene bobo, omutu ho e. Na so fana we. Fana we.
Yo pa fana we say. Ghana papa we have to put the pressure. How does success look like? In the key performance indicators metrics. Obi be MP and I say minister. 4 years time, what are we expected to see? How can we judge? What can we judge as a failure? And what can we judge as success? And in this Obi ko better so that crowd there. In 4 years, what do we see as success? It's a result of personality. It's not your book, it's not your qualification, it's the results. But point in say, Apasmali, Obia Otimiche 81,000 Ghana cedis, $81,000 on the table with me virtue be money on corruption. Obia Otimitna China Kokoto Nuyaba, ABC Parliament House. With me virtue be corruption money. Obia Otimiji double salary in Fanan Court and Fanan Yefe. Otimi judge corruption money. Obia or coronavirus Otimi this year at Parliament House. Papa Yenye and Hodro. But on the more serious note,
Atibobu, you are talking about integrity issues here.
Abe, anytime I want to finish, you start just jumping in just like that. I said that.
Okay, I know you call me.
I'll go you. I'll come. So wait.
Call me.
Why can't you just pause? Actually, first year, right?
Enti yen set performance indicators too. And you say obi a minister. Performance, Papa. Let's use performance. Ghana, the ICU units. Papa Smalley, from independence up to date. Go and read the report, COVID-19, about Ghana ICU capacity. Now, compare number of V8 or condition of service against condition of health of the state. They were going to, but made a neutral to say, how does success look like, and how should we judge people? But that's it.
All right. Thank you very much. And Abby, we'll find out it.
Yeah, so taking it from Bobo left it. Where does success look like or feels like? Do you understand? This is what leadership should define. And I told you people, when we talk of vision, it's not only pictures you are seeing. These are the things. As a leader, you should tell us what success should look like so that we follow you. All the countries we are running to, we want to go and live there, we want to go and see. This is what those who led them did. Singapore, that's the recent case. They define what success they want to achieve. It's not just slogans. Do you understand? What is the slogan? One dam, one this, one man, one wife, and all those nonsense. Do you understand? You started talking one man, one wife, one man, one dam, one this from how many? Almost 5 years now. We haven't seen anything. Do you understand? Then you impose thieves on us. Look, I mean, I feel the caliber of people running around as leaders in our country, MPP, NDC, are all the wrong type. We need to keep changing these people till we get the right mix. MPP, NDC, because they all know. Ken Oforata, you've amassed wealth, you've done this through your thing. It is now that it's like you've seen some children. Just let me go and dangle this in front of them. Is that what he was taught in that Yale or something he went? Look, Fire, you said I didn't address. What didn't I address? Look, I was listening to the vetting. And this lady was saying, Ayoko Butri was saying, you know, there was an incident at the Nigerian embassy or high commission in Ghana about land and their walls demolished and so on. And she said something that, they didn't even have a building permit. They didn't have land title. Do you understand? And I immediately said, yes, this is it. They were doing what we are also doing. Do you think you can come and build anything in the UK here without all these permits and titles? No. But when they came to our country, that is what they saw us doing. So they're also doing it. The Chinese people, when they come to our country, they see we are corrupt. So they be more corrupt than us. Just enjoy it. When you have a whole minister who wake up and say, "Oh, this one cry. If we catch him, we don't know what." Look, either yesterday or today, I was saying, have we even followed up in China to see how this Aisha Wong is living? If it is Oyibo, this is what they will do. Do you understand? They would have followed this woman and see how she's living. But we have somebody described as senior minister. Just the title, just the chop her money, and chop her money. And all these people, we expect us to fall down for them simply because we call them gurus. Listen to these people, the parliament. Somebody who has been designated to be a minister. They are still calling those people honorable. Baba Smiley, go away.
All right.
Take it.
Hey, why is it? You bought some people have been to you, they come say, make I go where? Hey, how are you? Patricia, Oba Battery. You and also
now so Hannah Manti. Mechiawo.
Utio.
Hey, somewhere.
Won't qualify. Into no how your name.
Hey, somewhere. Somewhere
no I jam send you home, Mr. Why only ho until
call somewhere. We haven't seen him for long.
Oh, I know about the casa twice in pool. Why?
Oh, somewhere is here. Somewhere I heard him.
So now we have two somewhere. We have two somewheres here.
Abby,
who again?
Abby, mute yourself.
Papa Smiley.
Mute yourself. What? Obama this year, Fafa now with the Brahmin Tubia. Why?
Ayo, Papa, one say, let's head you, me the meet submissions, Nina. I'm here being the judge, even right now. I can tell you point blank, say Ghana, we are not serious. We are not serious. This country and fire, you drew hobby, drew so no, you be dinner, be man. Now, men and planum, now, many, a queer more non quantity, okay, to hell with Ghana. Because the idea of mine, no one won't be where we are. Case here close, we are still struggling to understand the case. Yes, we see a close case. Everywhere chaos. Eugene,
Patricia. So you think if church,
I just don't know. Sometimes I don't know why the controls man himself. We can't take our own medicine. I don't know why. Why can't we take our own medicine? Why? Patricia.
Eugene, I am Sabios here. My press release say, and someone on the area to honor. And you no crack. And you no crack. There's an iota of truth somewhere. Because Oban and Natna. In this new man in Napon Alestia. There is something fishy somewhere. And here can know. Sankomo Bano. Near probe accountability. Asset declaration. And here, would we be here? And you na sabio in a way. You na ya can problem. Make me see ya be seen. See my independent. How do you call that? For us to even probe them up to now accountability and whatever. It's not been done. It's not been on here because it won't favor him. Rollins is backbiting. Rollins backbited Kofo because or taking the presidential treats being a idea. Because of that, he never liked the mantle. Now, Kufonsu Bisan and also can say Rollins went outside and went to distress him, discredit Onokufono and all that. For that matter, he did all that to him. We are just backbiters. We are backbiting each other. Ghana, no. Where is the Ghana first? I keep asking. Where is the Ghana first? And he said, Omo Bano. This is what they are saying, you know. Now, as we speak now, the youth of today in Ghana, they are already corrupt. They are corrupt because Onenitia and he sees what is happening. Nobody does any positive thing up there. Obomodia ria ed bokronunu ria all the bibi law no asam bon ho ban. You see, so many we don't have the law. We don't share the laws up there. Omo mahama kure and he's caught up in his own way. Or this office, and or play, any time this thing happens again, because Omo said 2012, it was overdragged. At the end, they cry, look at the outcome. And there's no point being in the courts over dragging the issue where we know for sure say it will tour at a certain direction. It may not want Papa Smiley. It's simple as ABC. Nothing is working in this country. Nothing. Since I'm no John will say, when your case won't go now, J wouldn't obi before one castana who better say we are Ghanaian. You are doomed. The law will not even go for you. It won't go for you. Million is too high. Yajin kofun kola ebi dan ya yen na yen fi yen na tama yen papa no fi some of us happen to chance on to live in. Now we are job papa fi nsem because your father sold it. And na nkwala no ne on papa ne to dan na papa ne timi aton dan na sa papa no wewu. Case now kwa for over 10 years. Obi ebetu omunyo menyine gu abonten so na wakoto dan. If there's law in this country, why this? It's because the children didn't have money. Sika no omo de be ha ko wie case no court no. Omo enya. Enti ni case enya dan watch dan no. This is the country we live in. Enti me person me bisa our platform is so. Yeah, positive. How many are we? When are we going to change things?
Okay.
That's it.
All right. And then what I'm on the tougher, but on some now kind so yeah there be emudo. And she say fire. Be obeka bibi wo ho kakra nsa ne asoro so nti fire dum jane wati
yo baba na edi kan me da chibu base say oba bia oka shem me ne patisha yedo ati obo nyankopon hira against for nya this ya bia ko formity edumre a oda koro no koro say fire me take the steps, right steps, as people know me. About any kind. And toss me, you know, and me actually was saying your kind. Papa, normal time. I don't see it as not normal time. Challenging. There's a man in Ghana who said, "All die be die." If all die be die, does he see this one to be normal times? No, normal to people. To me, it's challenging trying to prove a certain things that if we go to church praying that God is going to heal us, it doesn't make sense. We need to build hospitals, make sure our place is well clean, because there's no God anywhere that will come and heal you that in his tribe. So this time has come to prove all this in Kwasiasem. So to me, it's a challenging. People are using this as opportunity to develop. Means next 2 years, university is going to change the way they teach. Europe, Britain has started. As well as change in America, the way they go to church. It's a very fantastic time. All that we need is to make sure we comply to what is right, so that we enjoy the benefit that this challenging is bringing. And I don't know. Hey, actually, when I was supposed to go, I'm out for 2 coin, papa. Now they'll be home. Says, yeah, posting assembly or no. Me wo Ghana. Now, when I'm in the part about come off a Kimber Maho. Now, me offense or pedina, a training in a P. Now, if you're bad, you'll be seen offer. Now, I can't be off and count. Many party me. Papa, now, toss me, you know. Boom. Me, happy. There be a better, sir. Was it knowledge in here, you know, more addressing your bad address. Not so 5, 7, but numbers or see information academically wrong. If you give those numbers, they are not information, they are data. And that data needs to be processed. Part in them. OBI communication at a higher level, you name. When you give anything a raw facts or information, you need to be processed. When you process, then you get information.
Hey, fire, you got me. I told Papa Smiley, tell him or play the thing back to him. The numbers I say you should mention were the data.
You said it was information, Papa.
No.
Data.
The numbers I mentioned are mere data.
They are just mere data.
When you add context to the data, you get information.
That's it.
That is what I told you.
All right. Okay, you said that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you said it. Inti, Papa, even information in Pono, we need still to juggle it to make sure say you're proving. Because me, I cried between I can say me banana or 12 years. Oh, honey, you need to be juggled. What I say, and no, and they my facts. Well, indeed, sometimes simple you can come with opinion, but I am getting a bit worried when people seek before you because as I'm hearing from beginning, maybe that way I can also yes from beginning, sir. So you now assess the people when you come and say, oh, I answer that be bring your view. You could have also had a chance to start from the beginning. Why? Oh, until yes, sir. In academic, you try to undermine the people, and people don't come out to express themselves. When we're using the word brainstorming, it's not allowed. Until just take your alternative. Me, I don't agree with people because I want challenging and I want different alternatives and answers. Come with your different views, but don't come and condemn. I've been saying this, what people have said. As I know, I just say you are authority in what you're saying. Nobody is an authority. And actually was right. But actually can't say me personally or say me say 5 years ago. It was true. And this scenario with Pepe and I never Pepe. And never Pepe. Well, now maybe sa actually what na breach for years. Idea where can it be condoned in Britain? This woman will be brought not High Court, Committee of Parliament, and you have a lie detector. A guy was doing a program on television for ages. Abi, tell me the name of the guy. For ages, this on BBC or ITV for ages. Lie detector. Obi, a complaint himself, I suffered distress because of Look at what Parliament did. And now that program have withdrawn. The director of the program have been dismissed, and so on and so forth. You can write a testimony as a former certain president, not Togo, not Ghana, United States of America. Why are there? Trump and his lawyers can write their statement as witness, send it to the Senate. They said, no, come, you go there and testify if you have nothing to hide. And that's why I always use my passport. You say you have a student visa. They said, bring the original. You say, no. Why? Personally, we shouldn't encourage what is happening to happen. We don't need the law. Archie was right. The Supreme Court, by their adversary rule, need common sense. Okay, NDC have no case. I agree. We have no jurisdiction. I agree. Won't you, by common sense and fairness, allow this woman who is being paid by the taxpayer, how he came about those 5 different results? Why are you creating a crowd around there? How long can the military follow this woman? Obaba military says, yes, about the bedroom, you could so penny, you know, garage, almost Captain Smart, the car, and this for no garage, military for you 2 or back on the living room, back on kitchen. Are you stupid? After Jan 2013-2012 was going to court on his own. He has nothing to hide.
Okay, all right.
Personally, Memo Bia and Gina Party BH and just say, Mameno, Wama. No, one no declare he is not only a witness, he's the returning officer of what happened. Mensa, Samamena Ma, or Babigina, and my account. Should I take what Mensa is telling me? Abraham Aminu, Yakobo World Cup or Brazil, expenses be called out. Can the minister write and send it to them? We set a committee, presidential committee of inquiry. Those guys involved were brought there. At some of train and the mobile committee, you can easily write, but when you are in the presence and they are interrogating you, they will get to know what's right.
Fire.
All right. Fire. You see, I just don't know why Abe cannot. Anyway.
Yeah, but
no. It's okay.
You was also interrupting me when I was talking.
Now, Munya Abi be a whipper
Fire. Young fancy. Why? Young fancy.
Board, more in your boost. If you can promote Abby to the other people,
or can send although or can send or say you were also interrupting him. Oh yeah, me prompto say also Kashim. Say speaker mo hono mo deputy speaker onye adwuma.
Okay.
Jitum sir.
That's it, yeah. Also me Obi into I see it as conversation.
Nah. Say a conversation.
What time it you? But me, also Dr. Jingo, make a son of bad my because we tell. Even Parliament. But unaboma approval.
Okay, thank you. No, but we no. Now, oh, there 7 now. What do you say 7 now? Now,
okay.
Yakofa hour of awakening and empowerment. Now, we did make kind of quickly. Nyame adma ochna the TBA board chairman meba no aba be chichi mu ye kama ene bubu wasato collection kama wato collection kama ana osi ade yo eja kwesibu achi so obe kaya obe true challenge bi e wa ha sei ana o yes o the seed debe to ase pam board chairman amma so ate say eja kwesibu achi o the seed na debe aba nyame adma ochna osi we dia me nyu hu kete nyame adma ochna ono aba no aye debe wa be chichiri mu kama ye fancy ya ye no bibia ase for being part of today's show as always. We go here and there near Saba BC baby I will see this year kama after hour of awakening and empowerment Dr. J papa na now buy no near Bekasa no and then a bar no pan 11 a.m. no it in message in back and then 8:30 you be say tea back. Now I think the man has something very wonderful to offer us. In Tinyami Adma Ochina 7 p.m. That is the last hour of Jumedino. Yene Dr. J. I bet you nkomo. Oboy nkomo kakra. Na fi no wa boy apumuden ho nkomo. Very very important remember, we come here to seek a better self in our social, spiritual, psychological, physical and financial. Now, we are doing so well. We're having Dr. AJ to come and help us in the physical. Nyame yad much na. Yedin be share e Obama so. Me din yen san Papa Smiley. Until we come tomorrow, yeko. Ati yeko. Bye bye.
Oh yeah. Where this guy? Now 2 bottles and more dance. Call me Young get free crotia, na ye mwa je fiemu. Kaye chesika, ya ye chenu mienu. Say amboga mpa, yani ye apemu. Pisa yenya menayo, ya boka mbaya. Me need a sponsor, I did nyansa. Yenya menayo, ya boka mbaya. Me need a sponsor, I did nyansa.